the reason why they make this up and perpetuate it so that in the means to create martial law. All right, under the pretense and they use this as a reason to bring about.
Yeah, good. That's why in second year, we said, spare the going to the city of King Apple. You got it.
This second Ezra chapter 15 and start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15, for the sword and the destruction draw not. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand.
Yes, sir. Once in the world and them that dwell therein, man. So going to Babylon, everybody who's coming in Babylon, man. And it's going to be there very soon. You're going to realize that it's going to be very, very soon. You're going to realize that Babylon is not what you thought it was, man. When people start getting hungry and their stomachs start grabbing, they bust into homes and stuff, man. You know, you got it all.
Second Ezra chapter 15 and 16. So there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
Yep, they gonna break into your houses, man. It ain't gonna be no all bloody, friendly no more, man. It's gonna be serious, man. You know, you got it.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Yeah, they're not gonna respect these different mayors, man. You know, not too long ago, when back in the day, I think it was like maybe 6 months ago, they was in the front of the Hoover police, they was in front of the Hoover mayor, they was in front of his houses, man, so-called protesters, man. That's how you can tell that these damn mayors and these damn governors, they just low level, man. Nobody really respect how they did back and forth, man. You know, everybody's realized that you're the devil. Everybody's realized that you're the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You know, you got it.
And the trust of their actions that stand in their power.
Yeah, the trust their actions, they're not gonna trust themselves, they're not gonna trust this government no more, man. That's why it's gonna be a whole bunch of resistance against the mark of the beast, man. You know, because everybody know that that's the mark, the RFID chip, that vaccines and all that, the truth is coming out, man. I can tell you in second answer, this is the truth that has been so long without proof shall be declared, man. The truth is being declared that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, man. The truth is being declared that Esau is the damn devil, man.
Right.
You got it.
It's being revealed. You know, he said the intents of his heart. This is Job 5 and 14. He said they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night.
Yeah, you said you meet at times. This is the daytime. This is the day of information that the internet is type of, man. Look at that type of Bill Gates, man. You're going to get see them the vaccines, man. But this, man, at one before, it was a secret plan. Man, go to 12 on there.
Yep, God. All right. Yeah, this is this is Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
And what's the device of the crafty, man? That new world order, man. That chip, man. Him having the whole damn world under his control, man. You know? But the Lord said he's going to disappoint him. How he's disappointing him? By exposing him, man. You know? The Lord got your paper. You got it.
Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for their day shall not come, except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there be a falling away first.
And we fell away, didn't it? It was once we was damn lost. But like in Amazing Grace, now we're found, man. You know, we got it.
It says, and falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Now who's that man of sin? Who's that son of perdition? Answer that, vocab. When that scripture was being fulfilled, man? It's being fulfilled right now, man. Everybody's realizing, everybody's seeing that this is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. This is the violent man who deceived the whole world, man. You know?
This is Genesis 4 and 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
Hey, because he don't trust the Lord, man. He don't look towards the Lord for information. He don't look towards the scriptures to do things right. He look towards himself, man. You got it?
It said, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that bindeth me shall slay me.
And that's why he hide under disguises, man. He say he's a European. Then he turn around and say he's an Egyptian. Now he's Israel, man. But at the beginning, you're a damn Edomite, man. At the end of it, you still are an Edomite, man. You know? Got more on it?
No.
That's it.
It's Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 5. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
Yeah, because, hey, we're not speaking peace, man. It's only evils come. Only evils but evils. And then watch for Esau, man. And everybody who's joining in with Esau, man. You know? We know that this ain't going to want the terror load the slave, man. Yeah,
Verse 6 says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail.
yeah. And the Lord gonna make you a little bitch in that thing, man. You know? You think you hard, man. The Lord gonna break you down to pieces, man. And rightfully so, man, because you broke Jake down to pieces, man. All that butt breaking and all that, man. But when when he come with those chariots and those clouds, when he come with those planes, guess what, man? You ain't gonna be nothing but a little broad in that thing, man. You know? Yeah.
And all faces are turned into paleness.
Yeah, all faces are turned into paleness, man. Fear, man. It's gonna be nothing but fear. It's gonna be why you gonna fear? You're gonna fear your high by Shema shine that day, man. You might not know it and you might not believe, but everybody in the day of Jacob's trouble, they're gonna fear the Lord, man. When the famine hit, when the pestilence hit, when the beasts of the fields get out here, the spirits they create vengeance, you guys are gonna fear the high by Shema shine, man. That's what's missing here today, man. That's why niggas still being niggas, man. That's why niggas still going to damn restaurants, man. Because they don't fear the Lord, man. You don't fear your high by Shema shine, man. But why you gonna make you feel it, man? You know? No, they guys like that, man. They see things like that, they don't fear the Lord, man. But you gonna learn to fear the Lord in that day, man. You know, you got it.
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 48 and 22. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked.
There's no peace to the wicked, man. To all you niggas, to all you spits who trust in this so-called white man, no peace is gonna come to you, man. Nothing but death and destruction, man. Woo! And the Yahweh Shema Shai, he gonna send it, man. We ain't gonna do it. We gonna sit back and laugh at your calamity, man. You know? I got it.
Back in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
It's even the time of Jacob's trouble. Yeah, he's gonna be Jacob's trouble too, but Esau gonna get it too, man. You're gonna realize when these damn Gurga troops, these damn foreign troops who can't speak English, they're gonna shoot down Esau too, man. That's why Esau trying to prepare these initiatives, they still gonna get destroyed too, man. You know? These low-level damn proud Americans, these proud Democrats. You know? You can't make nothing great again, man.
Right.
Damn in the wheelchair, you know.
They just got proud on the
Yeah,
back of the
proud on
wheel.
the back of the
But you can't move.
You can't move, you can't even walk, man.
Let's say play Simon Says do jumping jacks. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Then you proud, man.
Living in mobility.
Fuck a
Yeah,
man.
need some mobility, man.
This Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think that I come to send peace on the earth.
Yep, that's not I come to say, please. When the Lord come, man, he's not gonna come to hugs and kisses, man. He's not gonna come and shake your hand. Yeah, my son, you know, you did good, man. You know, we're gonna go through and try. No, he's gonna come with that, man. Yeah, you done well. No, man. He ain't gonna talk shit out with you niggas, man. You know,
Reading on Matthew 10:34. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
he said he come out to send peace with a sword, man. And that sword basically represents death, man. It's really gonna be mass death around Bethlehem. Matter of fact, somebody give me Jeremiah 16 and verse 4. Stop the shop. Because how?
We're really, man, this place is missing to help you feel the Lord. Right? Because really what they've been trained to do is trust in Esau. And the Holy Spirit. And really, man, it goes back to Esau making himself into a God, man. Trying to make himself into a God. Okay? So that he can be feared. He's trying to be like the Most High so that the people can fear him. Alright? So here it is, man. Now the problems are out. You've been exposed.
I say trust fear most high men. You fear most high men, but fear him, they can touch your soul and body and soul in hell, man. You know?
This is Jeremiah 16, verse 4. They shall die of a grievous death.
Yeah, the Lord said you're gonna die of a damn grievous death, man. Somebody type in the word grievous for me, go to the shop, man. Because it ain't gonna be no damn swift death. You know, you just go to sleep, you wake, you just don't wake up. No, man. There's gonna be famines out here. Lord gonna cut off somebody's leg, he gonna survive for 3 weeks, man.
Because it's faith. Now, I in that word grievous, right? Now, the thing is that
Don't do me like
the
that.
thing about it,
Make
I
everybody
the
laugh.
definition, but the Lord's going to make sure that you suffer in that day. All right? Because here it is, man. And really, when it goes into it, man, we're suffering now. It's
Y'all,
like,
you ain't. You gonna put some money in my pocket?
And devils, but
You gonna
the thing
put it
is
in?
that they're going to suffer
If you gonna put something in my pocket, bro, go ahead.
all right? So it's better to suffer on this side than to end up suffering on the other side, man, with 2/3 of J-Card, man. All right? Because like I was saying, man, they're going to die a grievous death. All right? And the scriptures go into it, man, how they speak about the famines, right? Man, that's the worst imaginable death that you can think of, man. All right?
Hey, you gonna want that sword, man. When you're doing that film, you gonna want to be killed by a sword, a bullet, all right? Anything but the famine, man. Anything but your insides eating away at yourself, man. That's a grievous death.
Yeah, also, if I may add, right? Also, it says that they shall seek death, but death's going to flee away from them.
That's it.
That's like if I mean, they said Britney Spears, she shot herself in the head and she's still alive, man. You're gonna have nothing down your tongue.
Oh, Tamar.
Yeah, Tamar. Yeah. So like you got it.
Oh, I got that word. Oh, you got grievous. Yeah, kind of that word grievous. Strong 8463. Talk Allah. And it says diseases. Grievous. Let's see, a malady. Yeah, kind.
That's disease, man. It's not going to be an easy road, man. That's why I said through much tribulation you shall enter the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be a lot of tribulation that's going on, man. You know?
Yep, it says a malady. And that word malady, it says Middle English, sickness, illness, disease, ill kept, not in a good condition.
Yeah, you're not going to be in a good condition in that day. That's bad, man. Whatever it is, malady. Yeah, the times that we're coming, America's not in a good condition right now, man. But it's only going to get worse, man. Like you read somebody give me 2 14, it says evil shall increase. It says evil have you seen, the more evil shall increase. It's only going to get worse, man. It's like you already got diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. There's no way you can reverse that situation.
If I may add, right? Now, that word goes to disease, right? Now, the thing is that when you have a disease, right, like anything coming down with something, man, that's like you suffer from that, all right? And you try to seek to get better. Now, if you have a disease or anything like that, you feel you want to get better, all right? But guess what? That's the death that they got to experience here in America, right? They're going to suffer plagues, right? And they're going to seek death like I was going to, right? They're going to try to seek death, but they're not going to be able to find it, right? And that's how it feels to be deceased, to die a grievous death, right? Like that word.
It ain't gonna be at ease. You know, there ain't gonna be no way, no type of comfort in that day, man. You know, the scripture said you lion and bare metal. You know, if you skate that bare damn circle gonna bite you. So at all times you're gonna be on all 10s. It ain't gonna be like on Thanksgiving you sit back with a full stomach, man. You know, you gonna be eating rat droppings and shit, man. See, you people gonna, man, you gonna catch it, man. You know, I got that scripture.
Nobody's going to say you're driven to your feet.
Yep, that's it, yep.
You're driven to your feet, that means you're not relaxed. You know, every sound, every pin drop.
Water.
Yeah.
Seeing shit. This second Ezra 14 and 17 said, "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein."
Yeah, it's only going to be more bad times. It's going to increase as more we get to the end, man. You know, they always say through much tribulation. Before the kingdom going, but everything go all good and everything be peace. There's going to be a lot of hell that goes on, man. That's why I say in Ezekiel 7, only evil is coming. Only evil is coming to Babylon, man. Only evil is coming to America, and it's already started, man. The Lord, He already have the ball rolling. That's why it's called the snowball effect. Once the snowball start rolling down the hill, there's no way you can reverse that situation, man. Only thing I got to do, we got to hit rock bottom, man. And that's what America's going to do. You know? That's
It's Jeremiah 16 verse 4. They shall die of grievous death.
Their grievous go back to disease, disease. It's not going to be an easy death that the Lord going to put you guys through, man. You know?
Neither shall they be buried.
Yeah.
But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Yeah, them niggas, they gonna shoot you down. You get them guys that's protesting. When these gun troops come down and shoot you down, you're not gonna get buried. They're just gonna leave you in the middle of the street, man. That's like shit, man. You know, nobody's not gonna care. Nobody's not gonna mourn. You're not gonna have a funeral in that day, man. You know?
Some of those bodies will not even see death. All right, some of those bodies going to be paralyzed, and they're just going to sit there, man. All right, in anguish and pain. Hey, that's being tormented by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Continuing on, it says, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine.
Yep, consumed by the sword. If Esau don't get you, then that family gonna get you. If that family don't get you, then Esau gonna get you. And then if God's so bad, he might have you in the middle of the family. You can't move or walk. And then he'll send a pack of wild dogs to eat you up, man.
You might get shot in the head and still be kept alive.
That's it.
For the family, you might be all you need. You need medical attention. All right, but Yahushua got that soul still in your body, man. All right, because you denied the words of his prophecy. It says that they shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
That's why I said you laying down, you haven't ate in 3 or 4 weeks, man. Before he gonna send a pack of wild dogs to eat you up to finish off the job, man. You know, for these simple, basic Americans, man, it's gonna be terrible things that's gonna come upon you, man. Niggas is gonna die, man. It's straight up. You think shit is funny, but the Lord gonna put your ass together, man. That's right. You got that second in the man.
It was Isaiah 3:1. But behold, the Lord of hosts, he will take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff and the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water.
Yeah, man, this ain't Walmart gonna be limited to you niggas in that day, man. This damn Waffle House and shit, you ain't gonna be able to get food like you. The only way you can get food is you gonna have to put that chip in your ass, man. You know, you ain't gonna be able to you ain't gonna be able to go and just eat. You know, go to damn Waffle House and go here and go there and just eat, man. You how about Shema Shai, he gonna take away that comfort from you. That's why I said they stay in that staff. Because you can't hold yourself up, man. America try to hold themselves up people try to hold themselves up by the way of America, but the boy, he's gonna swap you off your feet, man. You know? That's it on that. I can get
Ezekiel chapter 5 and verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine.
Y'all seen the famine, evil arrows of famine, man. That's bad. Because it's the Lord that's going to be doing it. That's the Lord, he already set things up. Like those farmers, they gonna put earlier this year, those farmers, they had to cut off their crops because of COVID-19 and all that. The truckers, it's limited travel to certain cities. The Lord, he already have set up things for the family to come, man. You know?
Now, due to people not being able to buy crops, instead of, this show you how much Esau is a hypocrite, right? You got other places, right, outside of America, that's talking about donate because people are starving, right? But here it is, Esau destroying the crops, man. But guess what? The Lord's put the spirit on Esau to do that to create this family. All right? So that's what you're seeing that happen. All right?
That man made a point. He said, feed the children, get own commercial, donate. That's how America, a third world country.
Yeah. And the prelude to that was Venezuela. The food shortages. That was a prelude to what's coming out of America. All right? And slowly but surely, you're starting to see that. You're starting to see, yeah, that's right. Now you're starting to see the price, and it's going to come to a point in time where you go into the store and you're trying to get a loaf of bread, it's going to be $20 to get that. All right? Why is that? Because even, like they say, America right now is in the midst of a bubble. All right? Because that little purse, guess what? Price going to skyrocket. All right? Due to hyperinflation. Back at Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. It's like reading. It says, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread.
Yeah, Lord, he's going to break this staff of bread. And that staff of bread is comfortability too. Because people be comfortable when they eat. That's why certain things called comfort. We don't have about he used to, man. You just can't go out there and get a hot dog like you want to, man.
Hey, Black. Hey, Black.
Stab, bro.
I watched the movie, Black.
Right? See, right now, you know, now American standard for having bread and food is that you can go to any fast food restaurant, right? And get you whatever you need just for a moment. All right?
You know what I mean?
The time's going to count when the Lord is going to break that standard. He's going to break that the standard and that stability. All right? And you no longer going to be able to have the free will to get maximum amounts of food and engorge yourself in.
Yeah, this Revelation 18, verse 7, point to verse 8. It said, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Yep, and that's comfortable, because people think they just too comfortable here, man. They live in, when people in America, they living good, they eating good. Hey, basically, over there in India, they don't eat every day, man. Basically, I believe the spirit, like third world country, second world country, they don't eat every day, but Americans, they so used to eat 3 meals a day, man. That's basically being gluttons, man. That's basically you being fat. That's why he's the most obese place in America, man. You know, you got it.
You're in a pit. I don't care somebody died, somebody born. Let's get some chicken money. Graduate. Yeah. Graduate. We just got another haircut. Let's go out here. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's your haircut.
You know what I mean? It said, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. That lets you know that you people is going to suffer, man. You ain't just finna have no swift death, man. You know, you ain't finna, like I said, you ain't finna go to sleep and don't wake up. No, you're going to suffer, man. You know? It says, so much torment and sorrow give her, but she said in her heart, I see the queen, and have no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, so strong as the Lord power and judgment.
That's why you have that's why the Lord goes judge this place, man. Because you guys think that nothing go bad unto you, man. He says in one day, the Lord, he's going to send sword, famine, and destruction, man. He's going to put hell on these places. Why you didn't trust in the Lord? You trusted in yourself, man. You trusted in the comfortability of America, man. But the comfortability of America is getting wiped away slowly but surely. Not even slowly now, man. Things is happening up every day, man. Wait till that money crash, man. You know? You got it.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall there be a pitiful case,
Yep.
which now have abused my ways.
It says there's going to be a pitiful case who abuse these ways, man. The Lord, he have the truth out here, man. Babylon is finna get destroyed, man.
That's right.
You know, Babylon is finna get knocked down, man. But the Lord telling you, this is the way you can live, man. This is the way you can get to the kingdom, man. But you refuse to hearken to it, man. You know?
Well, I continue on. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
He said, they that cast this words away despitefully shall dwell in torment. The Lord's going to torment you. That's why his name is like Alishijah, man. Terrible demon-like power, man. It's going to be very, very soon when you guys is going to realize the terror of the Lord, man.
Let's go back to that grievous.
That creepy, yep, that creepy.
Bad.
Yep, you got it.
It says, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. For such as in their life have received benefit.
Yeah, you receive your pride, you receive your consolation, man.
Yep.
You receive your you receive the things that's good for you. That's why the Lord say he'll give you what your mind desire. What that is, he'll give you what your heart desire. If your heart desire women, if your heart desire clothes, your heart desire clothes with the cars, clothes, and homes. If your heart desire that, he's gonna give it to you, man. But guess what? At the end, you're gonna die. You know, you got it.
But see, you know, for such as in their life have received benefit and have not known me,
You haven't known the Lord, you got it.
and they that have loathed my law,
Yep.
while they had yet liberty,
Why you got it? I'll finish it.
while you that had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Yes, man, we tell you the truth, but you despise the truth, man.
Yeah.
We tell you the ways of it. We tell you, yeah, Lord, he gonna save you, but you just gotta. Yeah, that's that hand stretched out through us, man.
Yeah.
We on the hand of the Lord, man. We tell you that, hey, man, if you come to us, man, we'll save you. Not we, but Yahweh Shemel, he'll save you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll welcome you into his bosom, man. But you guys gotta despise the bosom of the Lord, man. You know? You got it.
When as yet place of repentance was open unto
The
them,
place of repentance was open unto you. This is the place of repentance right here, man. You know? You got it.
understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
It said the same shall know it after death by pain, man. That's the one, that's the grievous death, that's the torments that the Lord is going to send upon this place, man. Because again, if you don't feel the Lord, Lord later, man. The Lord, he's gonna show you the power that he have, man. You know, the Lord, he didn't destroy Egypt just for GP, man. He didn't put all these different plagues on Amalek and Aram and Canaan, you know, giving them hemorrhoids and all that just for GP, man. He did it to glorify his name, man. Everybody in the past, they built the name Yahweh, of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh, man. That fear is going to come back, man. Like it tells you in St. John, the 12th chapter, he's going to glorify his name, and he's going to glorify it again. How he's going to glorify it again, man? Through these terrible plagues that's going to come upon this earth, man. You know?
That's why the scripture speak about him being a jealous power. All right? And it's going to earlier, right? Like Jacob chooses their constellation, right? They go into all different types of philosophy, and not only that, even the ideas of the miracle. All right? Because guess what? Something that you dedicate your life to, man, that's your God. That's something that you worship. All right? So, like for instance, man, if you do everything under the sun, and you give all your blood, sweat, and tears to money, then guess what? That's your God, man. All right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And also as well, when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into women, guess what? You worship the woman, man. All right? And like the scripture say, what? It says, when that day comes, all right, Yahushua said, let your guys deliver you. Let your guys deliver you when that time comes, man. All right? Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, so it says, let them deliver you in the time of the press. All right? And that time, guess what? You're not going to be doing that, man. They're going to be saying, oh, Lord, you know, we're going to be called out to the Lord in that day, man. All right, everything else is second rate, man. Everything else is going to lay to the side and try to seek out the Lord, man. So in the Proverbs, the first chapter, starting at 20th verse, the Lord's not going to hear him in that day, man. Right? It's late. You got to talk. The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life.
Yep, they say, all that they keep it, man. The scriptures right there, man. You know about pulling around and basically living by the scriptures, you know? You got it.
It says, but such as leave it shall die.
Yeah, and you leave the scriptures, if you speak it to your own understanding, you're going to get put to death, man. That's why it says, Matthew 7, chapter 14, verse, it says, enter into the straight gate, for wide and broad is their destruction. When you read into these scriptures, it's called restrictions, man. You know what I'm saying? It comes to, it's called discipline, basically, man. But people don't want to follow the discipline of the Lord. They want to follow the discipline of Esau, man. But the discipline of Esau leads to death, man. If you go into Proverbs 2, it says, the way of the Lord leads to life, and the way of Esau leads to death, man. You know, you got it. Let me get some real. Proverbs 2, like around 12. This is the evil man. That's like 10 and 12. This is shit's the way of life. You get Matthew 7 and 14. Wild and broad way narrow. Because that's right. It says, we that live by the commandments shall live, man. Because this is the way of life, man. This is the way of salvation, man. The way of peace, man. That's why it tells you in Jeremiah 6:16, you shall find rest for your soul. This is how you find rest for your souls right here. You know? Right?
Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Yeah, and this is the straight gate right here, man. But wide and broad is that wide and broad way, man. Because when you're on the straight gate, you got to be on your tippy toes, man. You can't be doing all crazy things when you're on the tightrope, man. You have to keep your eyes focused, man. But once you're on that wide and broad way, you can do whatever you want, man. You know?
Right. And that wide and broad way is also in the form of Christianity. All right? Because that's known as the number one religion in the world, man. Okay? Everybody under the sun is into Christianity. All right? And what does Christianity teach you? All right? No restrictions. You can do whatever you want to do, and the Most High will make sure you're good, man. All right? But like I was going to, right, and which I'm about to read here in a minute, is that you got to go through the straight gate, which is a level of difficulty. All right? And that's why scripture say, through much tribulation, you shall enter into the kingdom of the Most High. That's right. All right? Reading on, it says, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, many there be which go in thereat.
It says, many there be that go in thereat, because this ain't going to be a lot of people saved, man. See, how about Shemai Shaka kill a lot of people going back to that 2nd 39. When you read back on it, it says like a way greater to a drop, man. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be a little drop that's going to be a saved, but it's going to be a wide broad of people that's going to die. Why, man? Because they love this world. They love the society. And they love the ways of Esau, man. You know? Is it on that?
Yeah, verse 14 said, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life.
And that's discipline, man. That red discipline go back into disciples, man. Because we can't be hypocrites while we teach, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know we go out, but we try to, follow the scripture the best as we can, man. Because why we want to live, man. Then we're not going to go out there and, do some wicked shit that these niggas do. Because we want to have life, man. It's a type of restriction when we come to this truth, man. And that's what these restrictions for their benefit, man. You know?
Yeah, that shit is set up from the beginning. All right? This is how the world was supposed to, this is what the standard was from the beginning. All right? And it should have been kept. All right? But like we're going into, man, that Esau tells you that the ways of the Most High are not good enough. All right? That his ways are something that you should follow. Okay? In order to live, man, because they have their own standard of life, man. All right? In which their own standard of life is according to death, man. Okay? Because their standard of life is work until you get old and retire and die. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right?
They hope they go to heaven. They know they gonna die. They already know they gonna die. They just hope to go to heaven.
That's the only all right? But here it is, man. Finally, about time now, set up the prophets. Now he's setting up the standard to follow his words.
Yeah, this Proverbs 2 and 10. But wisdom entereth into thy heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul.
That's these scriptures, man. It's pleasant to our soul because why it leads to life, man. This where you find comfort. This where you find a peace of mind in. Through the scriptures, man. You know, you got it.
Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee.
Yeah, because we're going to keep the scriptures, man. That's how we're going to get preserved from these perilous times that's coming ahead, man. Everybody who don't have these scriptures, everybody who don't have this knowledge, they're not going to be preserved, man. They're going to decay and rot away in the time of trouble, man. In the time of travail, man. You know, you got it.
To deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
And that's how we get delivered from the way of the evil man through the scriptures, man. Yahweh, he's going to deliver us out of the hand of damn Esau, man. You got it.
To deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh foreign things.
And that's Esau, man, because Esau, he flowery lips, man. He try to speak to you like things are all good, man. He try to speak to you like everything is going to be okay, man. But everything is not going to be okay, man. All hell is going to break loose. Shit is going to go down. People is going to die. People is going to get kicked out of their houses and all that, man. But Esau is still going to try to tell you everything's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? People, like I said, people get infected, man.
Prosperity type pastor.
Yeah, that prosperity, man. You know, you got it. Jesus been good to me. I got lying to you, man. Not knowing that you finna die in 2 weeks, man. You know? That Jesus, you got that?
No, I got something.
Oh, come on. You got it?
Got some more.
It's a little bit more, but you got it.
Go ahead.
I was just, like, go ahead and get
Lead on there.
He got a bad point. That peace and safety, man. People think it's everything gonna be cool. But you got that peace and safety. Cause that's bad, man. You guys think shit gonna be cool. That pastor been lying to you for years, man. But that prosperity pastor. For 35 years, this nigga been lying, man. His lies gonna come out now, man.
That's it.
You know?
Like your grandma foot got cut off.
Yeah.
This nigga.
You know what I'm saying? She'll die back. But he's telling you, hey, prosperity.
Got a pacemaker up to the chest, man. Yeah. The whole damn church, man. Her whole social security check went to the damn church.
Hey, now you can't even go to church.
No.
Hey, you got social distance in church. So where are your shepherds now, man? Go ahead, you got it.
1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
And it's bad, man. They shall say peace and safety. You got your shoes kicked off, you got your feet kicked up, you in your drawers. But guess what, man? Soon, Yahweh Shemaiah gonna come and destroy you, man. He gonna come and put you to death, man, because you're too relaxed in this place.
I got something real quick. Just going back to relaxation. Oh yeah, real quick. Please ask us. Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Yep.
And put out not off from day to day.
Yeah, and you supposed to turn to the Lord right now. Like it tells you, remember that Quran in the days of our youth, man. It's right now you supposed to be turn to Yahweh Shemaiah, man. But you guys have been putting it off. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it this day. I'm gonna watch this video tomorrow. No, man, you better watch it right now, man, because you don't know when Yahweh Shimon Shai can close those doors of mercy, man. You know?
It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security,
When you relax, when you in your damn drawers, got it?
yeah, and in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the damn
Then
bitches.
you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna say, security, that means you naked, man. If you in your drawers, you relax, man. The Lord, he's gonna come and destroy you. He's gonna come and put you to death, man. Straight up, we ain't telling you no damn everything's gonna be okay, man. Everything is not gonna be okay. You
So
got it.
like, it said, even as security, nigga, when he get to the house and lock his door,
Yeah.
that ain't it, man. And then it said, it's like a breach ready to fall. Then it say, Lord, don't get you by the way to choose. Damn, we can still put out some earth, man. The Lord still kill your ass. You know what I mean?
All right, cool. Okay, I want to hear. All right,
I know you don't want to.
good.
But see why the Lord don't kill niggas, man. You see why the Lord gonna kill niggas, man.
That's it.
The Lord gonna kill a lot of niggas, man.
Chill out, bro.
That's it.
Chill out, bro.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Go ahead, bro.
I know.
You good, bro. You good, bro. Good.
Hey, I ain't tripping on you.
You good, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 15. Hey, you don't love me?
no.
Johnny, hey, I'm just like you.
Joshua respect.
Hey, get what? What's going to do something bad?
And kick. No, wax it flat.
Hey, nah, y'all chill. Hey, don't do that. Chill, chill.
I promise you, bro, you won't love me.
It's all good, bro.
Bro, kill me then, nigga. And guess what?
Bye, bro.
That's that my grandma said.
Take that out.
Hey, I promise
That's
you.
a deed. That's a deed. That's a deed.
You
That's
know
a
what I'm saying? You gonna let
deed.
me mad me, bro. Hey, you ain't gonna kill me, bro.
That's a damn deed.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 15. But Joshua,
Hey, bro. Hey, there we go. Be cool. Hey, bro, it's cool. It's cool, bro. It's cool, bro.
I love you, but you know
Yeah,
what?
man. Yeah, take that respect, man. Take his respect, man. Take his proud as hell, man.
Okay, bro, it's
You know
cool.
what I'm saying?
I took my hat off. My hat is off, bro. My hat is off.
Good job.
Go back to
Nah, for real, bro.
Hey, good job.
You just said you don't love me.
Leave him alone.
That's
where it
fucked
says
up,
Joshua
bro.
wax back and kick.
Bro,
Okay,
I
good.
love you.
We cool. Everything cool.
I love you, bro.
All right, okay.
Is that Jacob's in the state of comfortability, man. All right? You in the mindset of being here in America for as long as you live, man. All right? And gathering the benefits, right? Like I just read earlier, man. You gathering the benefits of America, all right? The benefits from a place that puts you in captivity under your slave, man. All right? It puts you in chains. Okay? You rather seek after the comfort of America than seek after the comfort of Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's why, again, like the scripture say, Jeshua waxed back and kicked. All right? In other words, you got your feet kicked. All right? You like you're comfortable, man. All right? It's like in the building and the building's on fire, man. All right?
It's like Yahweh gave them the benefit that they wanted, or what they want to die, and then you turn them back on you. That's what happened.
Like, hey, I'm going to it. Off the rock that begat you. All right? Yahweh Shai begat you, man. He gave you your heart's desire, man.
That's it.
All right? But guess what? What did you do? Like it says in, I believe it's in Jeremiah, right? It says that you trusted in your own beauty. Yep. Okay? You trusted in your own beauty and you played the harlot, man. All right? And this is what it came down to, man. Okay?
And that's bad. I add on it, though. I said, Ezekiel said too, how Lord, he decked us out. And when we played the harlot. You know, we was once a beautiful people. You know, back in the day, we was damn top dog, man. When you go into the histories of Sodom and stuff like that, we was top dog, but Israel got proud. They trusted in themselves. They fell away from the Lord, man. That's why we got in this position right now, because we fell away from our power, man. But now we're in the position of turning into our power, man. Yeah,
It says, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him.
Yep.
And lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
And yeah, this if I may, you took the Lord easy, man. You think the Lord is just all fun and games, man. You think the Lord is just gonna basically say you forsook the Lord. You basically trusting these other Christianity doctrines, man. You know, you basically think it's another way of salvation, man. This is the only way of salvation right here, man. There's no salvation in any other, man. You know, but Jake, like it says again, you guys have back. You guys have been too comfortable. You guys have been trusting in yourselves. And you guys have fell away from the Lord, man. Yeah, loathing the Lord. Yeah,
Verse 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
yep. You guys niggas worshiping the queen of heaven, giving down that damn black eyes water. That's another god, man. That's a whole other enemy, man. That's not Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All these other things that people believe, man, it's a whole nother guy, it's a whole nother philosophy, man. Because the Lord didn't tell you to go out here and protest damn science and shit, man. You know? Yeah.
If I may add, that's good. Like I mentioned before, right? It's that whatever you put your energy into, all right, your blood, sweat, your tears, and you give your life over to, that's your God. All right? So protesting, all right, and being a part of the PLM movement, that's your God. All right? And actually, if I'm being honest, verse 17, it says, "We sacrifice unto them, not to the Most High." All right? And how do you make a lot of these sacrifices? You sacrifice your time. All right? And what do people sacrifice their time to? The career, all right? The protesting, what else? All right? Music, money, all that. All right? So you sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. Really, at the end of the day, when you do all those things, you sacrifice to the image of the beast. Which is the system of civilization. Right? That's what you sacrifice it to. You sacrifice it to the beast that's set up. Right? Read on, right? It says, they sacrifice unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came through the earth.
Yeah, and then people, they like they worship anything, man. Like this Beyonce church. That's a part of those new guys, man. These guys, they actually be the damn Beyonce church, and these niggas that's going into that and faithfully worship the damn Beyonce, man. That's wicked as hell, man. Yeah, Yeezy. That's the new guys that the Eastside is coming up with shit, and they just falling into it, man. You know?
Like it says, something more, create a new thing in the earth. Y'all can pass it, man. And that's what happened. That new thing that newly came up was the worshiping of the weekend. All right? Like new guys newly came up. All right? And that's a part of it.
Even the guys, they represent different walks of life, man. That's why we follow the living power, man. That's why we walk in that path of life. But this is went to Psalm 15. I started 15. It said, "For they counted all the idols of the heathen to be gods, which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor noses to draw breath, nor ears."
And that going to life and preservation. Because eyes to see going into prophecy, seeing where you're going. What other doctrine can you go to that forecast what's going to happen in the future? Any ideal philosophy you bring up, they don't have eyes. It can't give you foresight. It can't give you a glimpse into the future. This is the only teaching right here that can give you a glimpse, a forecast into what's going to happen down the line. That in itself brings comfort.
It said, "Neither have the use of eyes to see, nor noses to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of the hands to handle. And as for their feet, they are slow to go." Let's say something to you. That means that sounds like a dead body to me, man. That's gonna be the results of you people, man. The spirit gonna take the spirit with you. It says, "For man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them, but no man can make a God like unto himself."
Yeah, here it is. You can make a replica of a God, right? But you can't make nothing as intricate as yourself. When you consider the circulatory system, man, come on, man. That's complex, man. You know, that has baffled scientists to this very day. The circulatory system, how the blood runs through your body. Yeah, how the heart beats. You know, and this blood, right, it keeps pumping through your body, and it ain't got to re-up. You ain't got to pump more blood into it. It's blood, the same blood running through it, it goes through like it gets refiltered, it gets cleansed, it cleanses itself, man. That's a complex system, a circulatory system, man. That in itself, that's why the Lord challenged you with that statement, man. But who can make a God like unto himself? Here it is, you bowing down to an image, but that image pales in comparison to you, man. Book of Judges 10 and 14. Go inquire unto the gods which ye have chosen. Yeah. And that's dealing with these different ideas of life. Hey, like Black Lives Matter, that's a God, man. You know, that's a walk of life. That's an ideal, man. But who upholds, see, we're going to point right back to the criminal, man. That's why the scriptures say, prophesy against Mount Seir. Who is the driving force behind all these powers, these gods? Esau, man. You might say, well, how is that? Well, when you go into the statue, the legs hold up all the customs of the ancient world, man. All these different gods and these ideas that these people worship in America and Babylon is nothing more than deities re-erected, man. For an example, Christmas, so-called Christmas, man, that goes back to ancient Babylonian customs, you know? Easter or whatever, one of these holidays that's on the calendar, you know, it's set up, it's a day that you should remember. It goes back to a pagan holiday, man. You know, and you know, this little commotion, you know, y'all saw the commotion, got a nigga, man, trying to build off our foundation, man. Some Black Lives Matter shit. And you know what? That shit there off, man. That's reality, man.
Yeah, because George Soros behind that.
You know what I was just Esau pushed that.
Same way that's behind Planned Parenthood, man. George Soros, about billionaire Edomite, behind all Black Lives Matter, man. And y'all pushing that bull, man.
That's right. Black lives is a lie.
And also add too, man.
This shit right here, legally dead. This is what they call it in law.
It's
Y'all
it.
know that. Good.
The days of being black is over. Now,
That's right.
This is the day, man. This is the day that we're
The
going
lies is over.
to men of the nation of Israel, man. All right?
Tell it, them lies is
Because
over.
why? Because being
Not
black
black.
has done nothing but brought death unto you, man. All right? That's the only thing we did, man. Protesting not black. All right? And the so-called leaders in this world, all they did was that they brought you even closer to death. All right? And that's why if you don't come back to your true nationality, you're going to be put to death. That's it. By the hands of Yahweh Shemel Shah.
God gonna kill black people.
That's it.
God gonna kill black people, man.
Right. God gonna kill black people. That's why they
Well,
do
you
it.
got to
They
be an
label-
Israelite.
Yes.
You know, you got to be an Israelite. It's about the light, man. Light has come in. Light. Which, by the way, real quick, when you go into that word warning, do you know that it goes into shine a light? It goes into teach or shine a light. So the light is warning you people, man. But when you're in the black, in the dark, you know, that means that you are not in safety. You know? The light brings safety. Yep, go ahead, you got it up. Chapter 10 and 14 again. Go and cry ye unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
Right, man. It's movements like that, man. He said, look, let that deliver you in the time of tribulation, man. All right? And guess what? When tribulation and anguish come upon you, all right, that's not going to deliver you. All right? You so-called stock up guns and try to get rifles or go out to the gun range. All right? That's not going to save you in this time, man. All right? The only thing that's going to save you in this time is the Most High, man. That's right. All right? All these other movements, all right? Yeah, that's right, man. If you Israelite, even there, man.
Yeah.
All right? Because if you're going by the identity of being black, you're dead, man. All right? You're destroyed. You're already destroyed, man. All right?
That's why they let you black. All you black because you're dead.
This is on Baruch chapter 3, verse 27. Those did not the Lord choose. Neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them. Baruch 3 and 27. This is on Baruch chapter 3, verse 27. Those did not the Lord choose. Neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them.
That's right, man. So by those things, the Lord did not choose, man. All right? The BLM movement, he didn't choose that. Martin Luther King, he didn't choose that, man. All right? Malcolm X, he didn't choose that. All right? This is what he chose, man. This is what he chose to bring the truth to his people, man. You Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right?
Baruch chapter 3, verse 28. But they were destroyed because they had no wisdom.
Right, and they were destroyed because they have no wisdom, man. All right? What is wisdom of what? It's wisdom of how to be equal to this man. How to be equal to a base man, Esau. Okay? That's what's leading you to death, man. That's the wisdom that you took upon yourself.
What they were fighting for? Silver.
Silver and gold.
You got animals that have more rights than silver rights. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what here it is, man. You've been downtrodden, right? You've been spelled over. All right, you've been called everything under the sun.
Got motherfucking
All right? But here it is. Whenever we're close to this,
right.
you run away from it, man. All right?
You got animal rights.
And then now you want to be equal to every single person on the planet Earth, man. Even though the Most High told you himself. Somebody get Deuteronomy 7:6 real quick. The Most High himself told you who you were, man, or what type of person you are, man, or what you really involved in, man. All right? He told you that you were an Israelite, man. He said, look, you are a special people to yourself, man. That's before you get there.
So back in Baruch 3:28, but they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness.
Right, and they perished through their own foolishness, man. All right? And again, the BLM movement, everything under the sun other than this right here is foolishness, man. All right? And that's what, again, is going to lead to your death, man. All right? That's what gets Jake all messed up in the head, man. All right? When they get away from this, okay? This is how it happened. This is how we even got here to America, man. You left this. You left the scriptures, man. The scriptures was for you, man. And you left it. And this is what happened, man. You got caught in the cargo slave ships and taken into captivity to serve punishment, man. All right? And now you're seeing your punishment and you're trying to make it big in America, the place of your own captivity, man. All right? And now that we're bringing out the freedom, the true freedom, now you want to run away from it, man.
God, this is Deuteronomy chapter 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power.
That's right. He said, thou art a holy people to the Lord thy power, man. He didn't say that the Moabites, the Ammonites, even the Edomites. All right? He didn't say that they are special people, man. He said Israelites are special people, man. Not black people. All right? He said Israelites are your special people. Go ahead, huh?
The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's right, man. He said chosen thee to be a special people among all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. All right? Long gone are the days to be equal to everybody else here in America, man. All right? Now the Most High is raising up his people, all right, to be closer to himself, man, separate, holy, man. All right? No longer are you going to be submitted under the other nations, man. That's the comfort, man. All right? But here it is. You chose your other comfort in America, man. All right? You chose the comfort under Esau, man. And that's why the Lord's going to destroy you, man.
Book of Psalms 69 verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them.
That's right. He says, let their table become a snare unto them, man. All right? And that table means what? Your doctrine that you're into, man. All right? And that's a snare to you. And even still, that goes even deeper than that, man. All right? Because now you got modern day Christianity that's using this, all right, to deceive you, man. Using the words out of this own book and switching up what it really means, man. Taking it and perverting it, man. All right?
Continuing on. It says, in that we shall bid for their welfare, let it become a trap. It says, let their table become a snare before them, and that which shall bid for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Right. That which should have been for your welfare, now is a trap, man. All right? Now that's why when you go through the scriptures, right? Now it's like going through a labyrinth, man. All right? When you go through a labyrinth, you take a right turn, you left turn, you reach a dead end, man. All right? But the only ones that are able to find the exit toward that labyrinth and the answer is the elect of the nation of Israel, man. All right? Let me share one more verse. Okay.
It says, let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake.
Right, man. And make their loins to continually shake, man. All right? And that's what's happening, man. Their loins are now continually to shake because why? Because now the illusion of America is gone, man. All right? And now their business is starting to show itself, man. All right? And we're telling you of these things. And now you're starting to see Jake going from spirit of mirth to the spirit of distress and worry, man. All right? And good, man. It's supposed to be like that. All right?
Yeah, going back to Deuteronomy 7 and 6, and it says special. I got the definition. Strong's H 5459. All right, so the Most High said the Israelites are what? A special people unto himself. The special says possession, property, valued property.
Right, value property, man. All right, value property, and that's why what? Hey, that goes into what? The investment, man. All right, something that's a value property, right? That's going to be set on high esteem, man. You're not going to sell it for anything, right? That's yours, man. That's a value property that you're not going to let go of, man. All right.
The only way to obtain property is to what? Is to buy, right? What did Yahweh Shai the Lamb did? He did it with his blood.
That's it, huh?
You know, you got to buy it. He bought us with his blood, man. Lord willing, we feel part of that precious thing.
for him. Backing on what you saying, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Scripture says, and no man shall buy you. Right? Meaning, we over here in our account. Give me the book of Baruch. Book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 18 real quick. So the scripture says, and no man shall buy you. Right? Meaning, what? There's no man, all right, so like, that's going to come save you. Except for who? Yahweh Shai. Buy you means what? To redeem you. And you have, like the Akim said, Yahweh Shai have redeemed us what? With his blood. All right? To be a redeemer, you what? You pay off a ransom. All right? Because what? We are the ones that have been kidnapped. So we are being held up under a ransom up under Esau Edom. But we are not going to be saved by Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, right? Jesse, what the name is? Jesse Jackson. What the name? Jesse Jackass. That's what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? You know, Sharp Tongue. You know, it's going to be Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning he. Yahweh Shai means delivers and saves. He's going to redeem us. Like the Ark said, he has already redeemed the elect with his blood. So he has bought back the elect with his blood. You got the
Baruch 4 and 18. For he that brought these plagues upon you.
Right. So these curses that have came upon us, why? Like I brought out in Deuteronomy 28, because we transgressed the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So he brought these curses upon you. All right. So the same one that brought these curses upon us
will deliver you from the hands of your enemies.
So the Most High is going to send Yahweh Shai to deliver us from the hand of our enemies. Why? Because we are the peculiar people, starting with the elect. All right? 2/3 of our people are not the peculiar people to the Most High. They're not valued property. All right? They're fuel for the fire. All right? So, one quick piece of it. 1 Peter 2 and 9, it says, but ye, the elect, are a chosen generation. All right? So he chose the elect. All right? He has preserved the elect from the beginning of time. How did he preserve us? All right? By allowing us to receive the knowledge from Yahweh Shai. And that's all the way up and now. Those that receive the knowledge right now, hey, you follow Yahweh Shai 2,000 and some odd years ago, man. Being that chosen generation, all right, through predestination. It says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. You know what I'm saying? Being that regal priesthood, man. You know, dear to the Most High's heart, which is the first fruits. That's it. Which is the elect. It says, a holy nation. Who is the only holy nation out of the nation of Israel right now? The elect. It says,
That's where the Holy Ghost is separate.
Separate.
You have a nation, and you have a separate people out of the nation.
Right? It says, a peculiar people. A peculiar people, man. That's the elect. It says, that's it, huh? It says that ye have shewed forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness, Isaiah 60th chapter. You know what I'm saying? The world is in gross darkness, man. But only the elect have been called out of gross darkness, man. It says, of him that who have called you out of gross darkness into his marvelous light. And that's being illuminated. You read Baruch? What was that? What was that? Baruch you read?
He got something.
Follow the commandments.
Yeah.
All right. So the Most High have illuminated us, man. Have called us out of that gross darkness. Isaiah 60th chapter. You got it.
Going back to what I said about the Baruch, this the book of St. John 15 and 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friends.
Now, how many of you can say that? How many of you can say that you laid your life down for your friend? Hey, man, that's Yahweh Shai, man. All right? He laid down his life to redeem the elect of Israel, man. The elect of the election. All right? Israel means the election. It's chosen people. But you have the elect out of that. All right? Which is 144,000 and 1/3. Okay?
That's another thing too, right? About in that same curse, Deuteronomy 26:8, he said, no man shall buy thee. The reason why he said that is because he reserved that to himself. All right? Why? Because that's his pleasure. It's going to be his good pleasure to deliver us, man. All right? So that's why he said, look, no matter who is set up, is going to try to save you out of this, they're not going to do it. All right? Because they're trying to take the pleasure away from Yahweh Shai. But Yahweh Shai reserved it for himself to do that, man. All right? So this is sealed with his blood.
That's why, that's him you said at the end. That's why, no coincidence that the words of the Lord written in blood. That's like, like if you sign somebody out of jail, the Lord wrote it in blood, man. So Esau can't come up with anything to replace that, suffice that. Esau can't produce no resources, gold, oil, silver, diamond, land, right? Cattle, whatever you might see to have any type of value. None of that, yeah. Yeah, the currency, the currency has been changed to blood now. Woo! That's the only way the Lord gonna deal now. That's why when you read Numbers, it tell you how blood, the land can be cleansed with blood. So the Lord now upped the ante. The currency is blood now.
Right.
Why? Because Yahushua, and who Yahushua paid the blood? Who Esau. That let you know that was the fulfillment. When the Lord went on the cross, that was the fulfillment of Deuteronomy 28, redeeming them. Because it wasn't like he shed that blood to the Moabites or Ham. He shed that blood to the Romans. So he paid them off for us, man. Now you got to let us go now.
That's why the law is there. It's still
That's it, that's it. And if he found in his hand, he should be surely put to death.
That's right. And also to let you know that the way that the Lord sealed us with the blood, right? It says only way that the man can be cleansed with the blood thereof. Right? But here it is though, is that even the Lord said himself, said Israel has played the harlot. Alright? He says, shall not that land be greatly polluted? Alright? And he says the Lord at one point cleanses of his own blood, man. Alright? And now guess what? The Lord did it once again, man, with Yahushua. Shed the blood for the nation of Israel. And now the land is cleansed, man. Alright? And what's that land consist of? The elect. Alright?
I got that number. Yeah, number 35, 33. So shall ye not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiled the land.
Right, man. Alright? And as well, to America, right? About how this land was polluted with blood. Alright? Why? Because the so-called white man that's came and destroyed the original people that were here, man. The Gadites and the Reubenites, man. Alright? But here it is also in another sense, man, is that the land.
God, it says, so shall ye not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiled the land.
Right.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed
Right,
it.
exactly what I'm going into, man. Alright, how the Lord already paid the Edomites for us, man. Alright, by his blood, by his blood.
Paid them, right? And they owe him now. They never let us go. So now, how you going to pay back for that? For the jewels? You got to give me, now, like I said to the Spirit, the ante up now. Lord don't want money.
Right.
Lord want blood, because that show you how the mentality of a warrior, you know, you dealing with somebody, hey man, somebody's sitting down there, they send a blood thumbprint, you know. But hey, this it's self. You know what I'm saying? So you see how that's a real warrior right there, man. You know?
What ended up happening is he stole us. Alright? When the point to where it was supposed to be brought back into the hands of Yahushua, guess what? He stole it, man. He stole his possession. Alright? He stole his treasure. Something that he bought. Alright? Yep. And after that, man, guess what? Now his treasure is the thing that which he bought is found into the hands of the thief, man. Alright? And what do you think is going to happen to that thief, man? He's going to get destroyed, man. Alright? Case in point, after he did that, he was expecting his people back, man. Alright? But now he's coming back to reclaim it by force, man. Alright? Because when you steal something, man, of course, when you steal something, it's going to be by force, man. Alright? So the same likewise with Yahushua, when he comes back, it's going to be by force, man. Alright? He's going to forcefully take down this kingdom. Alright? And bring back his people, man. Alright?
Exodus 21:16, and he that stealeth a man,
Right, he that stealeth the man. Right, and this in the law, okay? And the one that stealeth the Israelites was who? The Edomites, man. Alright, Esau, so-called white man. Okay, go ahead,
and selleth him,
and selleth him. So, right, and not only was it here in America, right, because you had the transatlantic slave trade, man. It was not only here in America, it was also in Europe, alright? There was also among those Hamites in Africa, man. Alright? The trading of slaves, man. The trading of the Israelites. Alright? You got it.
for if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right, man. If he be found in his hand, right, and that's the spirit, the bear with our hand. Alright? If he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death, man. Alright? So now that we're in this man's hands, right, he's going to be put to death, man. All right? He's going to be put to death because why? Because he has stolen the treasure of the Lord, man. All right? Something he has held in high esteem. His highly valued possession is in your hands, man. All right? And now he's going to take that back away from you and put you to death, man. Like a real warrior should, man. All right?
I got something to go back to the bottom of the flood. This is the book of Colossians 1 and verse 14. In whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins.
Right, man. Him, we have redemption, man. All right, through his blood, man. All right? And now that we're covered of our sins, man. All right, because of that, man. All right, because he redeemed us of his own blood, man. All right, he shed the blood only. And there's another thing when Israel get tripped up at, man. All right? Because when he did that, all right, he was seeking the mercy of the elect, man. All right? He did that for the sake of starting with the elect, man. All right? So that we can be delivered, man. All right? Read it again, Austin.
God, this is the book of Colossians 1 and verse 14. In whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins.
That's right, man. And the forgiveness of sins, man. All right? And that only applies to a certain amount of people, man. All right? Even out of the nation of Israel. Okay?
That answers your question in Deuteronomy 28.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking that.
That answers your question.
Well, hold up. go to Ephesians 1 and start at 4. That's it. Go to Ephesians 1 and start at 4. Then we're gonna
Hold on, wait a
we're
minute.
gonna go down to what number is the completion? We're gonna go down to 7 verse see something right quick. We're gonna see what sealed it up.
Ephesians 1 and
1 start at 4.
started for this is Ephesians chapter 1 verse 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love,
Dealing with the elect, go ahead.
having predestined us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us acceptable in the beloved, in whom we have redemption.
That's verse what?
Verse 7.
That's
in
it. That seals it off. And then we have what?
Redemption
Go ahead, continue.
through his blood.
See, through his blood. They go back to the law, man. We're proving that it was a Hawashai. And that, all you Old Testament niggas, how you going to atone for your sins, man? Because if your logic stands, right, then that means you got to make a sacrifice, man. Where your 2 turtle doves at?
They might say he don't require, but the law still requires blood.
Yeah, the Lord still require blood. Why you think people dying, man?
Still requires blood.
That's why you got blood. Which when you go into blood, it start off blue. But it end up, when it's so forth, it's red. But you know what that go back to? Reality. That word red really go back to reality. So that's what reality hit. When your blood is spilled.
You see that blood, it's all hurt, man.
Yeah. Because you don't even know that you bleed. You don't even feel the pain till you see the blood, man, in a lot of cases, man. So the Lord still requires blood, man. Right? So that's why Yahweh his sacrifice holds so much weight, man. Because he what? He gave his blood. And that's what the Lord required, man. And the Lord told you straight up. He didn't shy away. He said, look, man, the blood of goats and bulls, I have no pleasure in it. Oh, you're trying to find that? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Hey, then Jehovah Shaka stepped up. Because you got to remember, those councils always happen. You know, you read the council in, what's that, 1 Samuel 1 and 22 or something, the council. With the angels on the right hand. King. Well, those councils happen all the time. There was a council in heaven where the Lord Yahweh stood up too. That's why when you read Psalms, he said, he'll prepare the body for me, man. You know what I mean? So what? Yahweh Shai was the only one that came down to fulfill this mission, man. Which he had to, because he was the one. That's why I talk about in Hebrews, the first Adam. So Yahweh Shai knew that he had to clean this up, man. You really go deeper into this, man. You know? That's more in-depth for another, you know? That's why Yahweh Shai, when he came back, he said, what? My meat is to do the will of the Father. Because he was speaking in the spirit of Adam. What the Lord told Adam, he would have to till the ground, man. That's why when you read Matthew the 13th chapter, what Yahweh Shai said. some seeds I sowed in this ground. That was him letting you know I'm tilling the ground like it was commanding me to do at Calvary. All right? Y'all got something?
Yeah, this is man, I started 12. It said, neither by the blood of goats nor cows, but by his own blood, he entered in once into the holy place.
Yeah, he entered in once. That's why a lot of these so-called Christians, they're trying to debunk, the more sophisticated Christians, they'll put out there, it's appointed once for a man to die. They don't know that that's really going into Yahweh Shai right there. All right? Because Yahweh Shai came and cleaned everything up that one time. You know? Why do you think Yahweh Shai told the sons of Zebedee? See, it was intense. See, when you deal with Yahweh Shai and the disciples, it wasn't like IUIC or like one of these Israelite groups. It was serious, man. Yahweh Shai touched down knowing that he had an important mission to accomplish. Right. That's why when the disciples saw him, they were like, we found him who the prophets. Man, hey, go to Psalm 22 real quick, man. You understand what was the magnitude of that, man? The prophet was talking about Yahweh Shai coming to redeem Israel, man. Right. Hey, we had thought out of good graces with Yahweh, man. There wasn't no party, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why what John said when warning them about Yahweh Shai. There's one that's coming after me now. The Spirit was on him to say that. Right. There's one coming after me that's going to baptize you. He said, whose shoes I can't lace the sandals. Meaning he couldn't walk in Yahweh Shai's shoes, man. Because Yahweh Shai had to accomplish a mission that nobody could accomplish, man. Yep, go ahead, Psalm 22, you know, they surround me. Yeah, family. Throw it off.
All right, yeah, this is pass me his dog.
Yeah. Try to find a beat where you can get the book.
All right, yeah, this is Psalm 22 and 16. It says, Psalm 22 and 16. It said, for dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me, they pierced my hands.
Hold up. This is the Old Testament. What that's talking about, man. That's why the disciples said we found him of whom the prophets speak of, man. Because Yahweh Shai hit the ground, he had a job to do, man. That's why everything was intense. Remember when they went to get him something to eat? Everything was intense with the Lord. Every time they discussed it, they had to go into a huddle, man. They couldn't even ask the Lord certain questions, man, because everything was super intense, man. Yeah, he knew his hour, man. Who can bear that type of cross? Well, you know what's going to happen, man. You know, we hope that you're going to make it down the street. Lord knew as he go up on that year, that hour, that day, that he was going to be apprehended and taken to be rooted to beat, man. That's why he had gray hair all those things at 33. Well,
He said, for dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me.
yeah, that's dealing with Esau, man. That was the Lord was on the cross, man. Go ahead.
They pierced my hands.
Now hold up, they pierced my hand. When you go into the time of any rulership prior to this, what was the custom of execution? It wasn't that. That's a Roman custom.
Yeah.
Like when you go into Nebuchadnezzar, they'll throw you in a furnace.
Yeah.
But that was the Lord, you know what I mean? That's the Spirit of the Lord. Lord put the Spirit on certain kings that come, you know. There goes to something back then, Lord at your head, Lord had Nebuchadnezzar throw. And they tell you that in Jeremiah, how if you don't bow to Nebuchadnezzar, Lord gets your ass. Or you go into other, they'll throw you in the lions, you know, some shit like that. But this custom of crucifixion, that was infamous with the Romans. Did they have the King James? No. So who that's talking about? Old Testament junkies out there. Go ahead,
They pierced my hands and my feet. I may tear all my bones. They look and stare upon me.
It's like, read that again.
It said, I may tear all my bones. They look and stare upon me.
Looking and staring upon the Lord. Let's talk about when he was on the cross. Go ahead.
It said, they put my garments upon them.
It did not, you read in the account, they rolled dice for the garments of the Lord. See? Go ahead.
And cast lots upon my vesture.
See that?
Be not thou far from me, O Lord.
That was the Lord actually saying on the cross that you can receive. Go ahead.
O my strength, haste thee to help me.
The Lord was going through a excruciating pain. Right?
It says, deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog.
Yeah, and that's Esau, man. And that prayer brings through that vibration of the Lord, the Lord's words bring time. That's why for the elect say, we're going to be delivered from the dogs, man. Yeah, you got more, man? Not give me what you got.
He said, save me from the lion's mouth, but thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorn.
And that applies to us. If the Lord hear us through the horns of the unicorn right now, we ain't gonna do it. All right, so go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Hebrews 10 and 3. But in those sacrifices there is a remembrance again made of sins every year. Verse 4. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. Verse 5. Wherefore when he cometh into the world.
On the Old Testament niggas if you can receive it. Because that's in the law. You got to sacrifice the blood of goats, the blood of goats and bulls. So if you don't acknowledge the house shot, you know, which when you read Isaiah the 9th chapter, it tell you that your house shot. Get that too, right? It tell you that your house shot was the intercessor, man. That was the peace that the Lord was sending, man. That was actually really the sure mercy of David is your house shot, man. You know? That's the mercy. And you motherfucker rejected the mercy from the Lord, man. Yep, go ahead.
It says,
Oh yeah, they load my law. That's your house shot.
it says Hebrews 10 and 5. It says, wherefore when he cometh into the world, he
In
saith.
fact, give me Jeremiah 6, I believe, and try 12. Let me see what it says. I think that's it. And 10, it's 10.
All right, cut. This Jeremiah 6 and 10. To whom shall I speak
Oh, to whom shall I speak? Go ahead.
and give warning?
And give warning, man. That's to the prophets, man. That proves that this book, this thing is all about warning. Right? So the Lord said, to whom shall I speak and give warning? That's mercy, man. If I warn you, like, hey, man, you know, I mean, this might not be the most tasteful example, but if somebody tell you, hey, man, I got the inside track, I got the beat on some information, the feds about to come through. And, you know, if you doing some illegal shit, that warning is mercy, man. That's mercy, man. All right? Yeah, go ahead.
God, no, it says to whom?
Yeah, he can't, you can't stand stiff for us. Like you want us to say, what's up? Go ahead.
To whom shall I speak and
Just
give
because you
warning?
ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
To whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear?
That they may hear. The word here goes to understand. Go ahead.
Right. Behold, their ears uncircumcised.
Their ears are uncircumcised, man. Meaning you don't have the mental capacity to digest what we teach. And Stephen talked about that. Go ahead.
It says, if they cannot hearken, behold, the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah is unto them a reproach.
Yep. So, hold up. Read that again.
The word of the Lord is unto them a
Yahweh Shah is unto them a reproach. They loathe him. See, go ahead.
The word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it.
They have no delight in the Lord Yahweh Shah. That's why they despise the Lord. But the word of the Lord is Yahweh Shah. All right, so yeah, let's go back to
Hebrews chapter 10. Hebrews chapter 10, and finishing up in verse 5, it says, wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he saith, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me.
Yeah, in the heavens that was dealt with. You know, the Lord said, I'm gonna have a body for you. You're gonna go down on the planet Earth in a body, and in that body you're gonna shed the blood required to redeem the elect, man, and to bring everything back into natural order then. All right? It's because of Yahweh Shah, people want to experience peace, man. It's because of Yahweh Shah we're not gonna ever have to look over our shoulder again in relation to being oppressed by our enemy, man. Scriptures tell you about there's no room. I mean, the room up there. Yeah, you get that.
Yeah, this Isaiah 9 and 6. So unto us a child is born.
See, unto us a child is born. What's that talking about? And we read out of the Old Testament right here. See, go ahead.
It said, unto us a son is given.
A son is given, man. What?
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Yeah, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, proving that that son right there is like the seed. That's why what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said in relation to Esau being overthrown. He's going to take away son and nephew, man. But he promised us a son that's going to reboot us into, to give us the kingdom. But Esau is going to take away son and nephew. Man. So there's no possible way that you're going to be able to come back. And then they rise and possess.
Yep. It says, and his name shall
And
be.
the seed is what's the beginning stages of anything rising. Like a plant, whatever.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Yep. It's Prince of Peace. So we're going to experience peace once more through Yahushua. Which when you go into the rulership of King Solomon, that was the only time it really was peace on the planet Earth, man.
It says, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end.
Yep. Woo! Read that again.
God, it said, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end.
That's dealing with a certain system, a certain kingdom. And that's spoken of in, I think that's 2 Peter 3. That's some righteousness. Yep. Righteousness. Right, good.
It says, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice.
Yep.
From henceforth, even forever, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
Woo! And hey, that's bad because we even play into that equation. We are part of the zeal of the Lord because we coming out here and you know that you watch Great Millstone in relation to all these other people. We excited about you know what I mean? There's a certain zeal that comes with us doing what we do, man. The Lord designed us in such a way that we can testify the kingdom of heaven, man. These other groups, they don't speak about the kingdom. That proves that they're not written in the book of life, man. I don't give a damn how many fringes you got, man. If you ain't matter of fact, give me Psalm 145. You got to read something? Give me Psalm 145.
That's what Yahushua was teaching during the time when he was in the flesh. The kingdom, yeah. All right. Also, his disciples who became apostles, man. They taught the same thing. The kingdom of the Most High is at hand. All right. And that's the same message that we're pushing now, man. It's the message of Yahushua, which is what the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right. The kingdom of the Most High is at hand, man. It's about to be established here on the planet Earth, man. All right. Yahushua is returning to make sure that that's done, man. All right, he's going to usher in the generation of righteousness, man. All right, it's going to be an everlasting generation, okay? It's not going to be an end to peace, man, like the odds going into, man. Okay, like it says in the scripture, it says it's going to be a continual peace, right? And it shall not war anything. Okay, so during that time, man, nobody's going to be learning how to shoot an arrow or this and that, how to use the sword. No, man. Those days it's going to be nothing but peace, man. All right? But the key thing is that it's going to be peace on earth. All right? And Esau is not going to have any part of that. All right? Edom is the only person that doesn't have part in dwelling on the earth, man. But guess what? In due time, it's going to be done away with, man. All right?
St. Matthew's 3 and verse 1. In those days came John the Baptist, preaching in the wilderness of Judea. Verse 2, and saying,
well, hold up. When you go into that wilderness, that's actually, when you go into if you read that the spiritual legends, let's talk about Israel, that even right now. What's that? So read that again. Yeah, it's right on the top of
St. Matthew's 3 and verse 1. In those days came John the Baptist, preaching in the wilderness of Judea.
Yeah, preaching in the wilderness of Judea. Now we come in that same stead. But what's the wilderness today? Israel. Israel is a wilderness, man. Israel is not that fruitful vineyard. That's why scripture talk about how they have become a degenerate plant. The Lord said he planted them a noble vine, right? There was a vineyard, but they grew into, the Lord also compared thistles and bristles and thorns. You found it? That's it. That's it. That's it. Yep.
Isaiah chapter 64, verse 10. The holy cities are a wilderness.
The holy cities are a wilderness. See? Go ahead.
Zion is a wilderness.
See, Zion is a wilderness. So that's why when John the Baptist said what he said, that was symbolic to Israel. Read that again.
Yep. The holy cities are a wilderness. Zion is a wilderness.
See, Zion is a wilderness. Now get what you got out. Right? Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Matthew 3:1. In those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea.
See, in the wilderness of Judea. So when you go into the Spirit, read that the Spirit, we continue in that legacy. Now what's the wilderness of Judea? Israel. You have been reduced to a wilderness, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 2 it says, and saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
See, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, so that's what this message is all about, the kingdom. All right, that's what the Lord is pushing forth, a new system, man. All right, and the Lord Yahweh Shai is the springboard, is the bridge to that kingdom, man. See, Jake don't understand it, and I'm talking about the circumcised. You guys that know that you're Israelites, man, you don't understand this thing all about going into a new phase, a new existence, where you ain't gotta become sick. You know, you ain't gonna shed tears, man. You ain't gotta worry about, you know, there's certain places you can't go, man. You pop up in a neighborhood with Edomites, you go into jail, man. Or if you don't get shot by the cops. Right? We ain't got to worry about that in the world of calm, man. It's going to be a perpetual state. So wouldn't that be the premises of your teaching? Shouldn't that be at the forefront of your doctrine, man? Kingdom? See, but who the only group that who really think about it, man? They telling you just that you're an Israelite. So what, man? I mean, that's a beautiful thing, yeah. But this thing is about the elect, those who are going to be counted worthy to participate, if you will, partake in the first resurrection, man. The first fruit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like I'm saying, hey, that's all good that they're teaching you an Israelite. But Ezekiel 37 and 9, if I'm not mistaken. Can you get that real quick? Ezekiel 37 and 9 real quick. You know, like I said, just to make a real quick point through the Spirit, Ezekiel 37 and 9. That's all good that they're teaching that you're a Hebrew Israelite. But it's all about the kingdom of the Most High. And how you're going to receive the kingdom of the Most High, man, through the breath, man. Through us, you know, resurrecting you, you know, through the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua through the day.
Ezekiel 37 and 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy to the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power.
Matter of fact, go to 8.
Okay. Verse 8, Ezekiel 37 and 8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them.
Yeah, and I beheld, you know, some man means to look, all right? And the sinews and the flesh, meaning the skin. So the other Israelites, you know what I'm saying, camps, they just tell you that you're an Israelite, which is all good, you know, putting the skin back upon you. But, like the scripture says, you got it out.
God. And the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in
But
them.
there was no breath in them. You wasn't animated,
God.
all right? Meaning that you wasn't made alive. All right, through the spirit of great millstone, starting with the apostles and elders. But the main thing we're preaching, man, the coming of a kingdom, man, the coming of righteousness, man, the coming of Yahweh Shai, really. That's all what it's about. That's the coming of the kingdom, the coming of Yahweh Shai. And that's to put the breath in you. That's to make you animated, man. To put the breath in you, you got it.
It's like, just going back to the count, they just really sell just to put skin on. You know, like hand feed you to the time to get that meat, man. You know, which is great deal stuff.
Right. The thing is that, yeah, I mean, it's good that they're telling you you're Israelite, but here's the question. What now? You know, what do you do from there, man? You know? And that's the thing that they can't answer. All right? Is that, and that's all what it's going to, man, it's beautiful, man, that only, you know, Great Millstone, through the Spirit, Great Millstone is the only one that's teaching about the kingdom. All right? Why is that, man? Because we're looking to get out of Babylon, man. That's the objective. Get out of Babylon by the hands of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, to be delivered. All right. Meanwhile, these other camps, they tell you you're Israelite. All right. But then they don't tell you what to do from there, man. You know, basically, they're suiting you up to be an American Israelite. Right? Trying to live, you know, trying to keep the whole entire law. All right. And then at the same time, try to build up that society here in America.
Then cheese omelet, now you just getting a steak omelet. That's the only thing that's gonna change about these things, man.
Yeah.
And that's what's like, and that shows you that they're not in harmony with the true men of Yahweh Shemel Shah. When you read Acts the first chapter, the first thing they inquired of was, Lord, were you at this time restore the kingdom? All right? What Ezra was inquiring about? When would be the pardon son of the time? When will the kingdom of heaven be set up? You know? Yeah, Bishop.
The next year, or the next 2 years, man, the next 5 years, man. All right? We're looking to be out of here yesterday. All right? As soon as possible, man. ASAP. Okay? And that's why we're looking for it. This is the reason why we come out in the elements like this, man. All right? Because we actually see the kingdom, man. We see it in front of our very eyes, man. And it's there, man. Okay? Only thing that we have to do is it, man. And that's the point. Okay?
Yeah, and it's funny you say that the elements, you know, we had the scoffer that tried to, you know, he tried to brew something up, you know, and he don't know in the spirit, we ready to chop their head off, man. They just think we got Bibles and, you know, they don't know that it's a certain zeal on us. You know, you remember when you read, remember, I forget who it was, he killed the guy in the temple, and the Lord had mercy on Israel because of that.
Yeah, I know.
The guy, he thrust him through with the spirit. And the Lord had mercy on Israel because of that. Because of the zeal of that certain guy. So we ready to put you to death over this thing, man. But we ain't got the, you know, we haven't been sanctioned to do that yet. But it's documented that we will. But I just want to bring it up real quick because I mentioned the elements. It's hot as hell out here, man. And the dude ended up having to leave. You know? Even though, you know, he's still around, but he could just post up, you know? Because the sun started making his ass. You know what I'm saying? They say he's still around, look. That one made me remember. But I bet you, you know, he post back up in that seat, goddamn. That sun started getting to him, so he ain't built to do what we do. This is a spiritual thing right here, man. You can't come out here on your own wheel, standing in temperatures like this, or when it's cold. You know, there's certain brothers like Buffalo, brothers up in New York, Connecticut, man, it's ice cold up there, man. Oh, the brother in Alaska, man. That brother been going out. You say that brother ain't been going out in the winter? The sun don't even come up in Alaska.
Yeah, kind. Just back y'all up. This is Psalms 139 and 20. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those
Yeah,
that
so you're going to
rise
see
up?
certain times when we're going to be grieved. There's going to be certain times when we know, spirit get on us, we get grieved at certain guys, man, because that's the zeal of the Lord on us, man. You know? Oh, yeah.
Came to the temple.
Yeah, you was grieved. Yeah, your house shot thing was just all self-control, which that was just the spirit of the Lord. It wasn't like he was just robotic. The Lord went up there and turned them tables over, and not only that, he whooped their ass.
Yeah.
And I think that was the Apostle Bob made the statement, y'all had to be a strong man because the table,
Oh,
it was stone, real table. Y'all said went in there and flipped them over, man. And they was spooked, nobody tried them. He chased them out. And that was a fulfillment of the prophecy speaking concerning the zeal of my father's house. Go ahead.
We'll continue on. Yeah. Verse 21, Psalms 139, 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee?
Right, so when you come up against this doctrine in any fashion, form, you ain't got to be an open, traditional scoffer. You ain't just got to cuss us out, and you can be more subtle, man. Yeah. We see the spirit off about you, man, and deep down it resonates with us, with this word, to hate you, man. You're an enemy, man. And the Lord made it plain for us. It's either black or white. It ain't no gray area. There's no straddling the fence. Either you with us or you against us, man. Yeah. And you ain't got to know the breakdown. You might come up here and give us waters and you support us. You have brothers that support money, monetary. That means you with us, man. Simple as that. Yep.
Hey, that's why scripture say, "You will stand up for me against the evildoers." All right, and that's who the Lord's looking for. Who's going to stand up for you? How about Shemel Shai towards the evildoers? All right, and that's why the Lord raised up certain men like that, man. All right, to have that zeal, man. Really, the zeal is a point of wisdom, man. All right, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Okay? The reason why is because when you see wickedness, man, it's supposed to be in your spirit to hate that thing. All right? And to hate the workers of iniquity, man. All right? And that lets you know who's in the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Really, really, in sincerity and truth, man. Okay? Because if your spirit is reacting towards the spirits of these other people, like, all right? It's going to show who you are, man. It's whether you're for Yahweh Shah or you're not for Yahweh Shah. The spirit's going to reveal at the end of the day. All right? If you have that zeal, doing according to the standard of Yahweh Shemel Shah, then more than likely you with him, man. All right? But if you, even if you're part of the circumcision, man, you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, but you're not going according to what Yahweh Shah told us, all right? Not being, as the scriptures say, not being conformed to the image of his son, you're an enemy, man. All right?
And that's going into this wisdom. The image of the Lord is this wisdom.
Okay, because if you ain't for the image of the Lord, Yahweh Shah, then you worship the image of the beast.
Yeah, that's it.
Point blank period.
That's it.
It's not like I said, ain't no gray area, man. All right, it's black or either white, man. Which side you on? All right, righteousness and wicked. You see?
And that's why, too, when you go into, it's really about Israel. Because the other nations, it's well documented that they not of Yahweh Shemel Shah.
Yeah.
Psalm 83. The Lord going to that the Lord didn't give them the commandments. So, who Stephen was talking about, man? Stephen, when he went to, he said, you people always resist, you should let me always. That word resist goes back to fight, man. To wrestle with. When Yahweh Shah came on the scene, John the 1st chapter, it said he came to his own, and his own received him not. So really, it's Israel who are the scripture say you are rebellious house. You go to the word rebellious, it translates to war, back to war. You actually wage war against the Lord when you don't accept his decree. Hey, that's not a hard concept to digest. If the so-called white man set out a policy and you don't accept it, he'll hit you with sanctions or he'll bomb you. Either way it goes, he wage war.
You like it, prime example. You know, hey, y'all wearing face masks in the comfort of your own home, on your porch, in your cars.
Oh, I see niggas behind the tent.
Yeah.
Fucking face man.
They that's a new
But hold up, but they showing more obedience to fucking Esau, man. And Yahweh Shah said, my ways are not grievous. You devil's ways are grievous, man. You gotta breathe in a fucking mask. Yahweh Shah just asked you to believe, man. Nobody, the Lord gonna have every right way to the devil. Each and every one of you. That's why, you know, Esau the Lord already gonna destroy Esau, but you Israelites is gonna feel the brunt of that destruction because you're in bed with Esau.
Yeah.
That going to the law, like that going to the law of adultery, man. Everybody does that, go ahead.
Just like somebody, they just say you stand behind somebody, and that person that's in front of you get pushed, he fall back, you gonna fall back with him, man. Them niggas that the dumb gonna fit, man. The one that's hanging on to this place of America, you gonna get destroyed with America, man.
Right.
With this devil,
But
man.
get that in the 13th chapter.
Yep.
Add on, guilty by association.
Yep, that's it.
Well, that's Isaiah 13. Oh, that's 2:13 chapter.
Yep, that's it.
Bad luck, Friday 13th.
Yeah, I think that's too, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name.
All hell, my brother.
Yeah, God, this is Isaiah 13:15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Yeah, so the Lord going to destroy everybody that follows the ways of America, the so-called white man. If you subscribe to this place any way, man, you know, whether it's through these institutions, universities, you know, these prestigious clubs, you know, just some, even just a whole other thing in the rap battle, man. But whatever America push, and you subscribe to it, you invest in it, you don't die, man. Because when the Lord kick in the door, he ain't gonna be asking who's who. He's gonna just destroy everybody. That's why when you read Ezekiel the 9th chapter, it goes into those death angels, man, that the Lord have summoned and to send forth here in America. They already lurking.
Oh yeah.
You can feel it. If you're in the right spirit, you can feel the devil. I feel it. I can feel it, man. You can feel it. We nervous, man. We nervous. Hoping that light pole don't fall on you, man. If the death angels here, man, they already here. It's the day where the Lord gonna send that order out, and they're gonna destroy everybody without the uniform. Woo-hoo. They went it. Yep. Go ahead.
It's on Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Go hand, join hand. So I'm gonna read it again. Go hand, join in hand, and wicked shall not be unpunished.
Yep, go hand join the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. So just because you're an Israelite and you made an alliance with Esau, in no wise will that detour the Lord's intent. The Lord gonna kick in the door and take everybody out. Yep, give me that, yep, go ahead, give me that.
Okay, all right.
Then I want that other one.
Oh,
Let me get that one first.
all right, it's my kids. All right, yeah, this is book of Ecclesiastes 13 and 1. He that touch a pitch shall be defiled therewith.
Right, so if you touch a pinch, you're gonna be defiled. You touch down a muffler, you know what I mean? You're gonna have that smut on your head. What you think gonna happen? So when you cleave to America, you're gonna be defiled by when it puts forth, man. You know? That's why mentally you gotta detach from America, man. You know, the Lord put us in the world, we know where we go. And that's a trial of our faith. You know? But we are not gonna cleave to the ways of America. We don't, hey, even the Black Lives Matter, you know, that's of America. We only cleave to the doctrine of Yahushua. Go ahead.
It said, he that touch a pitch shall be defiled therewith. And he that have fellowship with a proud man.
That's dealing with Esau. So when you cleave to America, you are having fellowship with Esau, man. You know what Esau got, man, you know the scope is on this devil, man. The Lord got it in for Esau, man. Go ahead.
And he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him.
Right, and that means you're gonna not only experience the purpose that comes with him or his blessing, but now you have to experience the drama that comes along with being an Edom. All right, yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 31 and 1, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses, trust in chariots because they are many, and the horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Yeah, that's dealing with Israel. Now you go over to chapter 30, verse 30th chapter. Now you got that? All right, hold up real quick, let's get this right. Start at the top.
This is Isaiah.
Because again, the Lord said, I lay before you life and death, man. Hey, either you with us or not, man. Either you gather or you scatter abroad. Go ahead.
Isaiah 30 and 1.
And that goes to the uniform. That's why when those death angels come, whoever don't have that close that cover, that's their uniform. That's just like you playing football. I ain't got to know your name. If you got on that other uniform, I'm coming to hit you. Go ahead.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit,
See that?
that they may add sin to sin.
Yeah, read it again.
Isaiah 30 and verse 1, it says, woe to the rebellious children.
Right, and that's dealing with Israel, man. We get the most flack and friction from our people. That's the spirit, bring this nigga back.
That's it.
Because that's where you're going to get the most resistance from. Your own people, man. They don't listen. If the cops tell them, hey, look, man, they're going to go. But if we tell them something, they buck up. That's why the Lord going to kill you. Yeah, read that again.
Isaiah 30 and verse 1, woe to the rebellious children.
Right, to the rebellious children. Our own people, the most rebellious people in the world, man. They don't know that we the prophets. You know, they just see us as regular common men. But a damn white boy with a crew cut and a badge, they show respect to him. We try to tell them something, they're ready to fight. Go ahead.
It says, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, it says that take counsel, but not of me.
Yeah, they don't take the counsel of the Lord. They don't want to hear what the Lord got to say, what the Holy Scriptures got to say. What?
That cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Right, so you putting on another uniform. So when the Lord begin to open up on you, then those deaf angels, they ain't going to stop and ask no question. Oh, you ain't got the uniform of Yahushua? He did. She did. You know? They did. But
That they may add sin to sin.
that's dealing with reincarnation if you can see. You got these same niggas that offended the prophets back then. They don't even know they're offending the prophets again.
That's it.
So now you add sin, you're laden with more sin. So what you think gonna happen when the Lord spring forth, man? He gonna destroy you, man. You might die in an accident. The damn pole might fall on your head. Or you might be out wandering in the streets at night and a bunch of band of Edomites, so-called white people, take you and hang your ass.
You know, they doing it too. They taking people that unmarked man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what get me, so like, what get me is you at a Black Lives rally, Black Lives Matter rally, and you got an Edomite speaking. What the? Man, that throwing me all the way off, man. All right, and I'm sure it's for the other brothers. I can speak for the other brothers. But you got an Edomite speaking, all right, with a tie and suit, with a mask on, telling you that your life matters. Man, going on.
Hey, well, a lot of them organize these different. Man, hey, these niggas ain't got the mental capacity to sign, get city ordinances signed, to get the streets blocked off. All these marches, Edomites behind, man.
That's right.
And a nigga somewhere with a styrofoam plate.
You know what I'm saying? They can buzz on target, they don't show them in.
Get on target.
At the end of the day, as long as the nigga at the barbecue, everything went well, bro. You got the styrofoam plate, get some barbecue, man. Lord gonna kill you, nigga.
I got some.
It was a successful.
This book of Joshua 21:15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve.
Yeah, so the Lord like, look, I'm not gonna bend over backwards. You know, if it seems, evil to you to serve the Lord, all right, go ahead.
It said, choose you this day whom you will serve.
Yeah, choose whom you will serve, right?
Whether the gods of your fathers,
Yeah, whether the gods of your father, meaning you are your father. Right? Go ahead.
serve that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house,
Right, and that's a separation. As for me and my house, go ahead.
we shall serve the Lord.
Yeah, and that translates to the house of David, man. We're going to serve the Lord, man. You know? And when you come in somebody's house, it's rules. You don't go to nobody's house, kick your Timberlands up, grab the remote, you kick your Timberlands up, the tongue flapping out the mouth. You got the remote up watching damn WWE, man. Or some stupid shit. You just pop the bag of popcorn in the house. Yeah, you in the refrigerator. I'm looking for you, you know what I mean? You in the refrigerator. Right here, the vague sound of potato chip bags open. If I tell you, look, man, hey, you come in this house, man, you gotta wipe your feet. You can't walk up against that. You gotta follow the order. Yeah. Oh yeah, you climb in the window and make a sandwich in my kitchen. That's worse.
Ooh, man.
Bro, man.
How you doing, bro?
Bro, making a salmon.
Why you here, man? You ain't been to the grocery store, man?
You got it fun.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 20. Wherefore, if you be dead with Yahushua from the rudiments of the world,
Read it again, huh?
it says, wherefore, if you be dead with Yahushua from the rudiments of the world, why, as though living in the world, are you subject to ordinances? Verse 21. Touch not, taste not, handle not, which all are to perish with the use.
Yeah, because this place, everything about this place is temporal, man. So you can't cleave or put your stock into America, man. Hey, even the overtone, what they pushing you is death. Why you think everybody got a mask on? Because you're anticipating death. You got to protect yourself on all levels, sir. But, you know what I mean? You got on the mask because they telling you right now, here in America, death alone.
They put, they say, they so proud. They say we must defeat this invisible enemy.
Yeah. That's damn near like a buzzword for us.
Yeah. This is like
Yeah, because the invisible. Yeah, because what we got is faith. That's so bad, like the brother talks over in Atlanta about how what we have is an invisible weapon, which is faith. It's the one thing Esau can't send forth the CIA. You know, you can't come against us. Because even if you send the CIA spies out, what we hide? We out here in front of everybody, man. So that's the work of the Lord right there. There's no way you can overthrow us, man. Yep, go ahead. Absolutely.
Yep, St. John 13, 34. By this, all men shall know ye are my disciples. All right? So we the true church, man. Thrust in the public's eye, man. All right? This is Psalms 23 and verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, thy comfort me.
Yeah, what's the shadow of death? Man.
It also known as a valley, a low land.
Yep, true that.
Yep. So this is low land littered with death.
Yeah, danger lurks here, man. Right, you can jump in your car, you can be in a car, everything. You know, there's no peace, silence here in America. Only peace you're gonna find is but even in that, we just prisoners of hope. We just hope that the Lord sees fit to mercy the rest of the world. That was it, what you had?
It says, verse 5, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. That's it. That's it.
Yep, that did it. Yeah, go.
All right, God. Let's start on top of it. All right, yeah, this Psalm 145 and what? I will extol thee by power, O King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever.
Right, yeah, they go that name again, man. And who the Spirit is on? Wait, who the Spirit is on to defend the name of the Lord? It's great millstone, man. We the only ones that push forth, promote the names of Yahweh while Yahweh shot, man. Why is that? Because we were set up to do so. Give me Philippians 1. I think that's Philippians 1, 17. Yeah, God. Get that, man. But this is a spiritual war, man. Okay, who else gonna do this? You gotta have the Spirit of the Lord on you to do this, man. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Psalms 94 and verse 16, it says,
God, yeah, this Psalm 94. Yeah, God, this Psalm, it's like it. Psalm 94 and 16. It says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Yeah, this is a spiritual war, man. Lord raised up men to combat Esau, man. And it's not in the conventional way, the way that you expected. You know, you thought that the Black Panther Party was going to have a little more than, oh, this run DMC nigga, man. Whatever that nigga. He got shot. He shot his Grandmaster Jazz.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Flash, man. Hey, and it's heavy, right? Because we often talk about how the Lord is perfect. Now, the Lord has a sense of humor, man. The Lord set it up when one of his own men shot himself. Now, here it is. They're talking about overthrowing Esau, but they had to call the ambulance. They had to call
Esau, the guy, yeah.
They had to call Esau the medical field. To haul them off. After they got through protests, they probably all rounded up at Dennis, man. You niggas simple, man.
Hey, tell the Bob, man.
Yeah.
Tell the Bob, man. He didn't know why he had the gun. He said, yeah, this my brother's gun. This me don't, you know what I mean? That's like his blessing, man. Lord, make my gun that nigga, man, every time. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, But what's the irony of it? He got shot, and he had to call Esau's medical team.
That was blew me away again. That blew me away.
But you claim to have the resources to take down the so-called white man. But you needed the so-called white man ambulance to pick you up and stitch you up and give you some medication, man.
You ain't think about getting your own aid together.
Oh, but that go back into Black Wall Street. They thought that everybody figured out the Lord made them forget about getting the military.
Yeah, they had everything figured out. Right.
And when you go into it, right, you had like an old World War II veteran. They tried to come and help out. They tried to cut it, was getting so mad, the Lord wiped their ass out. See, this kingdom is going to be set up by Yahweh by Chanel Shop. That's it. There's nothing you can do, man. And no wise will your own strength deliver you out of here, man. Give a damn how many Black Lives Matter posters you pull out. The Lord himself got to deliver you, man.
Right.
Esau got too much power, man. Well,
God, Psalm 94:16, he said, who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
so this, we are part of the Lord's work. Hey, if you go into the ancient world, a king will send them. Hey, it was like, I don't want to use that word gentleman because that's off. But, you know, it was a certain level of integrity. A king will send a letter and say, look, man, we're gonna come and take your ass down, man. That's why when you read Luke, it said you hear that you'll send a letter back. Hey, look, we want no trouble, man. Yeah, 300, yeah.
Lie down, bro. Scheme wrong, yo.
Well, that's what Yahweh Shai doing. Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah, Xerxes sent them out and said, look, you better just bow down. But that's what Yahweh Shai doing. Yahweh Shai sent a certain decree out to America. Look, we about to take you down. Hey, when you go into the Middle East, right, the coast of the East, remember this guy, the Iranian guy, Ayatollah, I think that was his name. Yeah, they carry his picture around. That's what they do in the Middle East. Like, you know, the main guy, they have his picture. They promote it like, that's us, man. Get that. Get that.
That's it.
That's it right there. That's the East, man. That's the ways of the East, yeah. Right, yeah. Right, man. Yahweh Shai coming, man. All right?
Lord is a man of war.
Yeah, the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh Shai, man. He's coming to take you down, man. He ain't coming to compromise with you, man. Lord is coming to take you down, man. Hey, that's why we got the words. Somebody get that to the Spirit of the Lord, man. So Yahweh Shai coming, man. This man right here coming, man, to stake his rightful claim of the planet Earth and beyond, man. All right, and he was a so-called Negro, and he was put to death by the Romans, man. If you didn't know. But guess what? He's the highest power conceivable in relation to who the Lord gave jurisdiction. Matter of fact, give me that Matthew 28 chapter. Do you have something? Yeah, get that to him. Yeah, get that. And give me Matthew 28. You got? Come on, give me that Matthew 28 and yeah.
All right, cut. Yeah, this same Matthew 28:18. Yahweh Shai came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me.
Read that again, man.
And Yahweh Shai came and spake unto
Yahweh Shai said this, man. Right? Go ahead.
And Yahweh Shai came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth.
In earth. So Esau think he got power. No, power was given to Yahweh Shai. But it's only a matter of time before the Lord come and squash you, man. It's already decreed. That's right. So, you know, go ahead. Hey, that's why that nigga Trump came out and said they got to fight against the UFOs. Space Force, man. Because it's documented in the CIA, it's top secret, classified, right? That Yahweh Shai and the angels coming, man.
And they gonna tell them what they see.
Oh, man.
They ain't showing us everything.
Come on, man.
Oh,
The conditions of peace consent. They know they got them signals. They send it.
it's like,
No, they send out those signals. And the signal come back to them. Yahweh Shai on the way, man. This is Michael the Archangel.
I'm going to send a message. That thing come back and say no. N-O. No, not.
it's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a bag of money on the table, nigga, push it back to you. That's the Lord. He said, gold and silver's not going to deliver you on that day, man.
Yeah, ain't no more talking, man.
No more talking, right?
We doing the talking now.
That siren, when they said they opened that siren portal, he sent Temple back through. You've been trying to wait.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, read
All right,
that.
yeah, say Matthew 28:18.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Yahweh Shai came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth.
Yeah, so in heaven and in earth, man. Hey, hold up. The Lord mentioned heaven first, man. So what's going on in the heavens, man? You got the host of angels up there, man. Yeah, you got a lot of activity. Oh, you got the angels trembling, and you got not even with the angels, you got like a organized, a beautiful confusion in the heavens. You got asteroids banging into each other, man. The Lord in control of all that, man. But the Lord said in the heavens and in earth, right? Go ahead.
God, it says, go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things. I have all things whatsoever I have commanded you.
Those strong words right there. The Lord sent out a commandment, man. Yahweh Shai sent forth a message, right? Look, I'm about to destroy America, man. And unless you wave the white flag and submit to me, you're gonna die. That's why when you read, give me that reference. Get that. Y'all got that picture? There was something else I had called for too. Yeah, go ahead, get what you got.
All right, St. Matthew chapter 17, and we'll start at verse 4. 4, it says, Then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. It says, while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud was saying, This is my beloved Son,
Right, Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
in whom I am well pleased.
Yeah, so the Lord is pleased in Yahushua, man. And he gave him the jurisdiction over everything he moved with, man. That's why we read with Daniel 7. He goes into a vivid illustration, right?
Yep.
Of how the Lord's going to take down every other idea, right? Matter of fact, give me that, is that 2 Corinthians 10?
This was an idea. That's an
Even if you're in some dark room thinking of ruling, the Lord's going to do that. Like,
Okay, come on. It says, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him.
yeah, hear ye him, man. All right? So the Lord been given the jurisdiction over everything. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, 2 Corinthians 10 and 5, it said, casting down imaginations
Casting down imagination, even thoughts, go ahead.
and every high thing that exalted itself.
And that's dealing with Esau first and foremost, man. Goddamn devil came over here and took our land, you know? Then they had the nerve to look down on you. They'll tell you to go, get out of here. If you don't like what's going on here, just leave. Fucking devil, man.
Go back to Africa.
Yeah,
He
man.
took your house and now all the bills in his name now, man. Nigga, man. Nigga, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yep. It
That
says,
don't work no more, man.
No, he come crouching.
Yeah. And that's how they came back then.
Yeah.
Like right now, you got book bags and, you know, but in the ancient world, well, not even that far back removed, when the so-called white man came over to America, they took the land from the natives. The natives would look out, and it was a band of Edomites squatting.
that was the first one.
That was the first squatters.
They gave you a room of gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they get rid of you. All right, then you go, here it is, you out working, and you go to your little house, you gotta keep it out. And then you go into your back house, it's 14 Edomite squad. But then guess what? They'll slowly start coming up. Next thing you know, they're at your door, man.
It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Right, so exalt yourself against the knowledge of the Most High. That proves that this setting is one of a teaching dynamic. This is what the Lord told us, to come out and bring the scriptures out and display the scriptures in a certain light, man. You know, and wisdom being the driving force behind going into this. This is a very intricate book too, man, with a lot of twists and turns. That's why you got a lot of Christians that believe that there's a guy in the underworld that's going to poke you with a trike because this book will fuck you up. Yeah, go ahead.
It said, it bringeth into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahushua.
See that to who? Obedience to who?
Yahushua.
Yeah, where's Yahushua? Get him up there. To the obedience of Yahushua. Right, this is the guy right here, man. Selected. This is the king, man.
That's it.
Everything's gonna be brought to the obedience of Yahushua, man. The treasure at the name of Yahushua. Hey, see, when the Lord comes, when the Lord comes, everybody gonna get right.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't gonna, the roaches. Real talk. I can just talk. The roaches and the ants gonna bow down. Real talk, man. Yeah, every knee shall bend.
I ain't right. That's exactly what I'm finna get though.
To this man right here, man. Got it? Yeah, go ahead. Hey, that's why the scripture talk about he had a head of many crowns. You know?
Hey, what, 300? When the guy came to talk to Leonidas, where he came, a bag of crowns.
Yeah.
Lord, this Yahushua gonna come on that first level, man.
The Lord's coming to take down any other power source out there.
Yep, yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
So Hebrews chapter 2, verse 8. Thou hast put all things in subjection under his feet. Right?
Yeah, read that again, that's bad.
Thou hast put all things in subjection under his feet.
Yeah, now when you go to that word subject, that's a compound word. So at the return of our Lord, everybody's going to bow down to him. You know? But
For in that he put all in subjection under him. He left nothing that is not put under him.
yeah, he left nothing that would not be put under the Lord. So that means, you know, on a scale of whatever beast of the field, whether it's the creepy crawling things, you know, the fowls in the air, the fish in the sea, they're going to all tremble at the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And guess what? Even if you don't believe this idea, the powers that be, the elites in the form of these international bankers, they believe in this, man. They know, man. That's why you got, what you think NASA is about, man? That's Jeremiah? But yeah, that's what I want.
And this Psalm 72, this is the Song of Solomon.
Woo!
It says,
Read.
Psalm 72 and 11. Yeah, all kings shall fall down before him.
Right, all kings shall fall down before Yahweh Shai, man. What?
All nations shall serve him.
All nations shall serve him, man. Okay? So what is that talking about? See, in the modern sense of the word, you think serving is I love you. No, you're going to become slaves.
That's right.
You're going to be captives.
Right.
The very ones that took us slaves, the very ones that brought the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans over here as cargo, you thought that just happened? No, that's biblical prophecy, man. You just the Israelites. So what's going to happen? The very ones that took us into captivity, they're going to go into captivity. Why do you think America is crumbling? The most wickedest kingdom ever erected. Because this place is a direct, what would you call it? Opposition. It's contrary to everything that the law, statutes, and commandments stand for. You got Americans that claim to believe in the Bible, but if you ask them how they feel about homosexuals, I ain't got no problem with it. But that means that you're against the will of the Lord, man. Yeah. And who promotes that? America. Who's the driving force behind America? So-called white men. Esau. The Bible calls you, man. You got to pay for the crimes and atrocities. So what now?
I still think it's a majority. It's not color.
It's not about color?
I think it's a majority.
Well, you're right to a point. It's not about color to a certain extent. But would you agree that the so-called white man is responsible for? Let me ask you a question, right? When you read Leviticus, you familiar with the Bible? You read Leviticus the 11th chapter. It's dietary laws, right? It goes into the foods that's abominable and the foods that's forbidden to eat, so to speak, right? Right? Who promotes all the foods that's abominable? What system, you know? Like pork, you don't want to eat pork. Yeah, that's why I threw it out, you know?
Swine out there.
Yeah.
Like swine.
Swine is a cut.
And also says you not put a man down for what he may eat.
But hold up.
I mean, if it's wrong, let him make up his mind.
Well, hey, eat a rat.
That's between
I'm
him
asking-
and God.
Eat a rat. You ain't gonna eat a rat.
Well,
But the point is,
what I'm saying is, we can't make another man sin.
no, whoever said that. I'm saying though, I ask you a simple question. Who promotes the very thing that's contrary to the law? America promotes eating pork.
Advertising, that's all. I wouldn't say America, I go advertising.
But who are the ones that bring forth the advertising? America.
Yeah, and even better,
And even better, the wicked elite.
We
The
all
shadow government behind. Hey, hold on, bro. Better yet, the wicked elite, shadow government America, meaning they pull all the strings that we see in America. So the wicked elite are the ones behind the promotion of eating swine, an abomination of filthy things to the Most High.
Because this is what the 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 4, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is possible.
So who opposes and exalted himself? Give me Isaiah 14 chapter. Who opposes him and exalted himself over the Most High? The wicked elites. Give me the elite sign out. The wicked elites. All right. The families that control the world currency. Job 9 and 24. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Who is that? That's not us. That's not the so-called Chinese. That's the so-called white man. So they are the ones behind the promotion of the abominations that are given into the people. So what is your argument now? Go ahead,
This is who opposes and exalted himself above all that is possible.
So who exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, which is the Most High? the wicked elites. The wicked, one more time, the wicked elites. Which are those,
And then you know what? Just to simplify, the so-called white man. The so-called white man. Let me ask you a question, right? Who rules the planet Earth? I mean, just give me a straight up answer. You know, who you think?
Whoever is elected.
Who got the
What you
biggest
say? I
heart?
can hear him. I ain't hear him. What you say?
Whoever is elected.
Well, you know what?
You know that. See, what you saying, whoever elected, right? I'm gonna say it one more again, right? Hold that up. These are the people who pull the strings behind those that elected, which is the shadow, not the government that you see, but the shadow. What is a shadow? Something that be behind you, right? Which also, like I always go into, it's a triple thing. So this is shadow government of America, which is the elites, those that truly control the puppet masters, those that put their hands on the puppets. And you saying those that are elected, which is Donald Trump, he is a puppet. So he got strings upon him. So meaning he is being controlled by the shadow government, which is the elites, the supreme of your race, which I'm just saying as a man, I say you might be a white man, but I don't know. But just due to your skin tone right now, so I'll be able to discern your spirit later. But that's the shadow government of America, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Khan. It says who opposes and exalts himself, all that is, like he said, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called the Messiah, but that is worship. So then he asked the Messiah, sitting in the temple of the Messiah, showing himself that he is the Messiah.
Yeah. Now, what nation of people show themselves as being the most high? Yeah, so like right now, you know, if you think of the image of the Lord's Son, you put him as a so-called white man. That's a form of white supremacy. That's a form of letting you know it's cool right now. When you go into the Bible, you really understand the scripture. It's based upon biblical timeline.
How does poor man get by? You know?
Yeah, you know, it's cool. I
Thank
understand.
God it's on my side.
Yeah. But you came to this hearing though, you know? Yeah, so,
Hey, if I don't hear something I don't like, I can look at the Bible and see the
yeah, you got the man can give you the right to do whatever you
I
want.
don't think justice calls on people just doing that thing. Y'all doing okay. Y'all are doing okay. A lot of people don't listen to a lot of it.
Yeah, this Isaiah. Yeah, this is book of Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Right, so the scripture is telling you who will be ruling when the earth is at its lowest state. It's the worst case scenario for the planet Earth, man. You know, everything is totally out of order. All right, the food that you eat is genetically modified. Why is that? You got a band of Edomite lab coats in the lab, clone and meat. Oh, they got this new, they got the 3D printer. And that's why?
Local KFC for the serve you 3D chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
That's what the white man.
That's what it's called. Yeah. That's why you have something called the FDA. So-called white man. He's the one that orders, gives the okay, green light. Also contains yeah, because the scripture say you're going to go to this man for the one of all things. So he's the one that's providing the food that you eat. And it's all off. Everything that the so-called white man presents, there's a cloud of darkness and death that comes with it. You know, from the entertainment, everything is off here, man. That's why we need the Lord, man. Yep, go ahead.
God, yeah, this is I got it's back Isaiah 24 and 5. It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Right, and the earth and everything that comes with it. The earth it produces like fruits and man, you got seedless grapes and yeah, this devil, man, you know, and it proves that the so-called white man is the devil because the prophecy spoken of in Genesis, the 4th chapter, will tell you how the earth will not yield up strength. So now the so-called white man got, it's like you have somebody hooked to a damn respirator. You know, somebody already dead, but you got them on life support. And that's what they do. Like for an example, chickens. Like chickens, you know, they lay eggs, you know, sunrise. You know, these devils shine them up. So damn light, man. And make them just lay eggs, man.
Chicken, cows.
Yep.
They milk the cow to the point that blood coming out, man.
That's right. That's right. You get a watermelon, it's white seed, not black seeds no more. It's white seed. That's not purity, man. That's not from the Heavenly Father.
Yep, that's that cancer. That's disease.
I'll ask you one question just to be honest. What do you know about your history of your own people?
We know a lot about it. We the Israelites.
What you got to say about it?
What's the history of your people?
Nothing, I just asked you.
You might,
Do we believe your own people's soul?
What you mean? So
hold on. Say that again.
Do you believe your own people's soul?
So what? Hold on. Sold us in slavery? Yeah, we do that.
Okay.
So now what's the point?
It is done. That's all I'm saying.
Who bought us?
Who bought us?
Who bought us? Who bought us? Who? Hey, you selling something, somebody got to be in one. It ain't like,
Let's just, hey, a society.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. I might sell you my dog and I have intention for you to take care of. You and if I come back after I sold you my dog and you tied him to a chain with his rib showing, that means that you possessed him and you dealt treacherously with him.
And I didn't take care of it.
Right. So the bigger question is who bought us?
A society that
no. Come on, bro. Be plain and simple.
Yeah, because
Who? All right.
okay, all right. You know this the devil. All he had to do is tell us, you know. He couldn't tell us. But like I'm gonna say, all our people that said you had certain people like that sold us. Give me the law.
different society, man.
You know,
Hey, white people are different today.
No, not because you ain't got the rights to chase a nigga down and hang him.
That's why they different.
really Amalek took all
What you mean? Why they different?
Yeah. Amalek went all in.
This is Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a
No,
man.
give me, get that to me. We're going to, 21:20.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It ain't unlawful to have slaves and do what you want to do as far as, you know, you can sell your slave. Make a trade, he in your possession. Well, and so what? Like, that ain't the point. The point is what you did to us.
No one ever said slavery was right.
No.
No one ever
The
said
brother just said it.
Ain't nothing wrong
The
with that.
scripture
Man,
tells you.
go ahead.
God, this Exodus
You see
21.
what you said you'll fall into that.
Exodus 21 and 1.
I can't keep
Now,
it.
Hey, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Exodus 21 and 1.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, that Joe sit back, man.
Yeah. See, Joe Sixpack, people ain't even worried about him, you know.
Y'all have a faith in God.
Yeah. Amalek played him
God
too.
loves you.
So you gonna get mad at your leaders, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna get mad at your leaders, man.
Nobody got that mask on. He ain't no different than us right now. Because Amalek, you know, it separate things, you know. You can think of it, you know.
Paul didn't tell me I gotta have a mask to not spend.
Go ahead.
This back Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is devoured under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Right, so who that's talking about? They're talking about the so-called white man. Go ahead.
God, it says, therefore have the curse devoured the earth.
Yeah, who is the curse? Esau, man. The so-called white man is the curse. It's by this man that the earth is devoured, man. Straight up, man. Man, when you look at the earth, all right, for an example, if you ever saw those portraits, those pictures of slaves, you know, they show the picture of slave back, and the slave back got those whips. Well, if you look at the planet Earth from the aerial point of view, that's what the Earth looks like. These freeways and roads. It looked like this place is being whipped. The Earth being beat down. Yep, go ahead. Yep, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Slack, yeah. Yeah, this verse 6. The earth have, Slack, therefore have the earth, Slack, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
So what's going to be the results of the so-called white man ruling? The Lord's going to have to burn this place, man. All right? That's that chemotherapy. You know, get rid of that cancer. You know?
All right, in fact, jump down to verse 21. Isaiah 24 and 21. And it said, come to pass in that day
In that day, so there's a day reserved, right?
that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones.
So the Lord is going to punish the host of the high ones, man. They're dealing with the so-called white man, and in particular, the elites of Esau. They're the high ones. They're the ones that's ruling right now, man. There's a day reserved where the Lord is going to punish you, man. Read that again.
It said, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord, Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high,
Yep, well.
and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
And the kings of the earth upon the earth. And who the Lord going to send it to that? You mean Isaiah 52? Let's start at 12.
Isaiah 52 and 12. For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight, for the Lord will go before you.
Right, so really, Yahweh Shai is going to be the lead, he's going to lead the charge, man. Yahweh Shai is going to get us out of this place, man. Right, boy? And that happened, that happened in Egypt. They knew that was Yahweh Shai. Yep. What?
It said, in the power of Israel will be your reward.
And the power of Israel will be our reward. That's Yahweh Shai. Yeah. And what, because you know how to prove that it's Yahweh Shai? Because he said the power of Israel will be your reward. The reward is salvation. Is that translated to Yahweh Shai? That's why that's why Apostle Paul made the statement, I count all things none the wind of Yahweh Shai. That's the reward. Read that again.
Yep. God, Isaiah 52 and 12. For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight, for the Lord will go before you. And the power
Yeah,
of
see, the Bible is the only answer. The Holy Quran ain't got the answer. If I was to ask somebody that's into the Quran, give me one prophecy, they can't give it to you. Well,
it says, for the Lord will go before you, and the power of Israel will be your reward.
who is Israel? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The only way you're going to get out of this condition is through your power, right? Which his name is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh. Well,
God. It says, verse 13, behold, my servant shall...
hold up. It said what?
Behold, my servant...
My servant, who is this servant right here? That's Yahweh Shai, man. Read.
Behold, my servant shall be abundantly...
Right, the Lord, Yahweh Shai is dealing with food. You know, go ahead.
It shall be exalted and installed and be very high.
Hold up, read that again.
It says, behold, my servant shall be abundantly, he shall be exalted and installed and be very high.
That's on be very high. Matter of fact, give me that in second edge. You got this
Book of St. John 10 verse 4, and when he put forth his own sheep, he go before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice.
Right.
St. John 10 and 4, and when he put forth his own sheep, he go before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice.
Yep, they're dealing with Yahweh Shai. But in the spirit, it's dealing with be the voice of the Lord. So the Lord is going before us, man. Meaning there's no way out of here unless you're led by Yahweh Shai. It tells you that in 1 Corinthians 10 chapter. That 11 chapter, be ye followers of me, even as I am of Yahweh Shai. Yeah? Now that was it on that. All right, now read this one more time, then we're going to do it.
God, it says, Isaiah 52 and 13, behold, my servant shall be prudently,
Go ahead.
he shall be exalted and installed and be very high.
So our Lord Yahweh Shai is going to be very high. That's on all levels. When the Lord returns, he's not going to be eye level with you like when he came 2,000 years ago. He's going to be above you. He's going to come hovering over the planet Earth. That's what that scripture going into. He's going to be exalted and made very high, man. All right? Now give me what you got.
Second Ezra 13, verse 3. And I beheld and lo, and man went strong.
That's that same man. Yahweh Shai, go ahead.
Man went strong with the thousands of heaven.
Yep, that's him. He waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That's the hosts of heaven, heaven's army. That's what the Lord coming back with, man. What the world knows as UFOs, man. You know? Which we know as the chariots of the Most High. This is going to be a siege. going to be a siege, a heavenly siege. Because really, no other nation can come over here to America and shut America down. So what's it going to take? It's going to take divine intervention. The heaven's going to come and do it, man. Yahweh Shai going to come with heaven's armies. See? Go ahead.
It says, and when he turned his cousins to look, all the things trembled that was seen under him.
All the things trembled that was what?
That was seen under him.
Seen under him. Meaning what? Our Lord is going to be exalted above everybody when he returns. See that? All right, so now let's go back.
Now, Isaiah 52:13 again. He said, behold, my servant shall be approved me. He shall be exalted in the stall and be very high.
Right, so the Lord's going to be very high. He's going to come back hovering over you, man. You know? Go ahead. Hey, and that's how Esau had his power. Because the eagle flies over every other creature. So that's how you can defeat. If you're in the air, can't nobody touch you. You got the advantage. So the Lord's going to one up them. The Lord's going to come over them. Yeah, go ahead.
It said, and many were astonished at me.
Yeah, many going to be astonished at the Lord. Go ahead.
His visage so more than any man.
Yep, go ahead.
And his form more than the sons of
And
men.
that's dealing with when the Lord got put to death 2,000 years ago. But hold up, that ain't it. Continue.
It says, so shall he sprinkle many nations.
What's that mean? It say he's gonna sprinkle many nations. He's gonna send an attack, man. It's gonna be an aerial attack. When it say he's gonna sprinkle many nations, that means the Lord is gonna destroy you, man. Go ahead.
It says, so shall he sprinkle many nations. The kings shall shut their mouth at him.
Right. So when the Lord returns, you're gonna be like this. Read that again.
It says, so shall he sprinkle many nations. The kings shall shut their mouths at him.
Go ahead.
For that which had not been told them.
Right, yeah, you ain't know he was gonna come back as a so-called Negro, man.
Woo.
That's gonna be a certain shock to that day. That's gonna be heavy, man.
Reality check.
Yeah, that's gonna be a reality check right there, man. When the Lord returned as a so-called Negro, you know, in the air, because he could come either way. He can come in a form that you. Oh, what is that? He gonna come. He gonna represent Judah. It tells you that Hebrews 7:7. Oh yeah, she can't stop crying.
He's not like anybody that taught us or painted. He's coming as a dark man.
He was very angry.
Very angry. Man.
Yeah, you don't see the expression on the Lord's face, man. Yes.
It says, but that which had been not told them shall they see.
Yeah, because who was in power? The so-called white man. She didn't tell you the truth concerning the Lord. He told you that the Lord was the so-called white man. He told you that the angel was little naked white babies, man. Curly hair. That's blasphemy, man. You know, they got a picture, they got a statue of King David. Butt naked, man. With a little bitty baby penis, man.
Yeah.
Esau responsible for that shit, man. Fucking devil, man. And they walk around a bunch of slaves off the chain, man. And they look at you like you crazy, man. Yeah, go ahead, huh?
It says, in that which they had heard, it's like, in that which they had not heard, shall they consider.
Yep. And that which you hadn't heard, you didn't hear about this. But, you know, you heard it through us. But on a global scale, you know, from the momentum of the so-called white man, when he came into power, that man had all the power in his hand to give you the truth, man. But what he did, he turned right around and said you lied. That's in, matter of fact, get that just for prophecy's sake, man. Revelation 20 chapter. So the so-called white man got a lot to pay for, man. You pretty much clouded history, man. You distorted truth. But the Lord himself in his return is going to be truth in itself. The Lord is the truth. It's not going to be motherfucking the baby. I'm going to pull you to the side. Yeah, I see that there's a black man, but hold up.
But, yeah.
That's going to be another. You don't see it. No, man. Everybody, you're going to hear, oh, that's another thing. You're going to hear teeth chatter.
Yeah, national team.
Yeah, that's that. You're going to hear that in the spirit. That shit's going to give off a sound around planet Earth. You know? That's going to be like clapping and film, man. Lord's going to show you what time it is. That everybody gonna applaud the king by them teeth chattering. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There's gonna be a heavy moment when the Lord returns. Believe that.
Fucking nails. Nails flying and shit from your hand, you know what I mean?
Typewriter.
Typewriter, that's it.
But your bones, everything gonna be shaking, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Micah chapter 2 and verse 12. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of these. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by the reason of the multitude of men. The breaker is come before them. They have broken up and have passed through the gate and are gone out by it. And their king shall pass before them, and the Lord on the head of them.
Yeah. So your house is gonna see the crown and jewel, man. Like they said, the cherry on top. You know? Oh, and again, real quick, just say something. Make a quick statement. In that day, it's not going to be two guys having a conversation in the background. You know, by the way, bro, what's going on? It ain't going to be that, man. God's going to have your undivided attention, man. Right? Yeah, go ahead, get that.
Yeah, this second F 16 and 12. The earth quaketh and the foundations thereof.
Oh, hold on. Read that again.
It said the earth quaketh and the foundations thereof.
Right, the earth going to quake, and that's on all levels. When you go into that word quake, it means shake. You people going to shake too, man. You're going to be trembling like, you cold. You're going to be trembling at your house shot. Ain't nobody ever saw nothing like that. Yeah, that multitude of noise. Teeth chattering.
Babies crying.
Yeah,
There's
babies.
going to be a lot of babies crying, man.
Yeah, a lot of grown men.
A lot of
If they can get the cry out.
That's it. When you flip it, they face shall begin with pain, face shall turn to blackness.
Yeah, turn to blackness.
Yes.
When that goes into confusion.
Right.
You ain't going to be able to make. We don't be the only ones going to be crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
Love is apparent.
Oh, yeah. Love is apparent. Yeah, not only me, but what's that? 2 Timothy 4? Oh, that's good. Get that. 2 Timothy 4. Because that's going to be strange in itself. We're going to be the only ones celebrating and cheering on your house. The other people going to be like, what the hell wrong with them, man? You know? Yeah. Yeah, let's get that first. Wait till I crown today, though.
Kind of like verse 7, something like that.
Oh, it's 6. I think that's 6.
Yeah, started like 8.
Okay, now, this is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 8. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at the day.
Yeah, so Yahweh Shai is the righteous judge, man. Yahweh Shai coming to set everything straight, man. You know? That's Solomon right there. You think it was over? Like, man, Solomon was. You think that's over? He gonna come back, man. The Lord set it up. He gonna make a bad re-entry into the world. You know, because his kingdom was so heavy, man. You know? And you thought that was just something you gonna talk about. And you notice these devils don't like to talk about Solomon, man.
God.
Don't bring out Solomon like that, man. Don't go into that, man. Fucking devil, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Look how it really said that day. It's many days, but he said that day.
Yeah.
It's like that dog. Like every other dog, but that dog is me. This is that day.
Yeah, that's the great Jeffrey
That's
Devil.
that day.
Yeah.
Many days. It's continuing on and saying,
That proves prophecy too. Well,
it says, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his
see,
appearing.
that's bad. Why would they say that? Because the appearing of the Lord is going to be dreadful, man. But the Spirit is on us. The Lord has given you this word, right? This is like a medicine, if you will, to numb you, to get you right for that crazy day, man. You know what I mean? You know, like you can drink something, you better let me take a stiff drink so I can go in here. We'll put my game face on. That was the Lord doing. The Lord gave us this truth so you can be ready for that day, man. We're going to be down, down in this drink. Yeah. So when we see the Lord, we're going to have a certain outlook. That wine, yep. Everybody else who ain't got that in their system, they gonna fall apart. They ain't heard no such thing as a man kind of floating on a UFO. Yeah, boy. They gonna stand on top of it. So that's the fine gravity, that's the fine. Who can be him? I can't even get on top of 1,500. You get in the back of a 1,500 and mama go 45. Come on, yeah, go ahead.
God, verse 9, 2 Timothy 4:9. Do thy diligence to come.
Oh, that was wrong. Yeah, that was wrong.
yeah.
So it says all those that love is appearing, right?
God, but unto all them that also that love is appearing.
Right, so it's going to be so dramatic in that day, you know, that you're going to have only a select few that's going to love the appearance of God. Right there. You don't know in that day that's how it's going to be. But everybody else going to, if we're going to be stupid, we ain't never saying that like that, but we're going to know that shit going to shine. You know, deep down, that's what we waiting to see, man. As menacing as it might be to everybody else, we're going to love that appearance. That's why that was wrong, right? Yeah, so come on, right?
Yeah, cause say at 16:12, the earth quaking and the foundation thereof.
Yeah, so the earth, everybody, not just the earth, but everybody going to quake. Again, that word quake means to shake. Everybody going to be shaking in that day. Go ahead.
It said the sea riseth up with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled.
Yeah.
And the fishes thereof also before the Lord.
Yeah, even the fish is going to tremble before the Lord, man. People damn wet, you know. It ain't going to be a damn long rat, you know, nibbling on a piece of fish, you know, in a subway. A cat climbing up a tree or some shit. No. The Lord going to command every living creature undivided attention, man. Scripture say even the fish in the sea gonna tremble at the Lord, man. You got a damn fish, a goldfish. Right? Well,
Revelation 1:7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
yeah, but every eye shall see him, man. Go ahead.
It says, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so am I.
Yeah, you're gonna bitterly weep because of your house shot. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's true, man. It's gonna be like an orchestra. When you have different sounds, it's gonna give off a certain sound, man. Everybody crying, dogs barking, mourning, and you know, everybody gonna cry at the return of your house.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah 2 and verse 11. The lofty looks of men shall be humbled.
Right, yeah. The crowd gonna be humbled in that day. Go ahead.
And the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
And they're going into Yahweh Shai. Because even though it goes back to the Heavenly Father, it's going to be done on Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to manifest, you know, the exaltation of Yahweh. And first and foremost, they're going to Esau ass. Right? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
That alone to know God beside. You
Oh, yeah.
get a video. That alone, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be exalted on the Lord. You telling me a so-called black man with a fro, red eye, looking like us, he gonna come with dyed garments, man, from Bible, man. Hey man, he's coming to reap destruction on you, devil. And you wicked, man. And the wicked lead, the ones that act wickedly. Yeah, that's it. That alone. And you look at no God beside me like I went into, man. He went to a beautiful lesson. You think that ain't no other God out? No. Let's talk about Yahweh Shai, man.
Get it up. Isaiah
You know what I'm
63.
saying? That's it.
Get
That's
that.
it.
They're really talking about Yahweh Shai. Because when you think about it, Yahweh is on top of Yahweh Shai, then there's nothing there. There's nothing there. So if Yahweh is on top of Yahweh Shai, then who else?
You ain't seen
I
that
lift up my
lesson.
hand to heaven.
Yeah,
I live.
yeah.
Is it?
Got it.
Yeah, John, Isaiah 6:3 and what?
No, hold on.
Yeah, let him go into this.
Okay, Isaiah 6:3 and what? Who is this that cometh to Edom with dyed garments from Bosra?
Yeah.
That is glorious in his
There's
appearance.
a question mark on that.
God, it's a question mark.
So that question stands to this very day.
That's right.
Who is that that comes from Basra, man? We know the answer, man. it would be Yahweh Shai. Right? And Boz was dealing with America.
Right.
Go ahead.
That is glorious in his appeal, traveling, and the greatness of his strength. I speak that in righteousness, mighty to save.
Right, so hold up. That's Yahweh Shai. But now hold up. If somebody mighty to save, who else can you put over him?
No God beside.
Go God beside. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai is Yahweh salvation. See what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
Hey, that's like if I send in reinforcements. If I'm the U.S. government, and I send in reinforcements to save you, right? People coming to save you. Who else you gonna go to? You got to go to the people who they sent to save you.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Go ahead. So that was it on that.
All right, come, yeah, this Philippians 2 and 9. Wherefore the Most High have highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name.
Read that again.
God, this is Philippians 2 and 9. It says, wherefore the Most High also have highly exalted him.
And again, that's dealing with not only for order's sake, you know, then it's Lord the King of Kings. That's dealing with physically when the Lord returns. He's going to ask to be highly exalted physically. When he returns.
Like you're going to be taught in the house.
Yeah.
Looking down in the outside.
Yeah, that motherfucker walking the bank. You know, the motherfucker sitting at the desk, he's talking to him. Then I need to get a loan. That don't even make sense, man. Motherfucker who got the power should be looking down on you. So that's what the Lord going to put the house out where he really allotted to be. And that's the war of everything.
It said, wherefore the Most High also have highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name.
Yeah, and that's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Woo! The Savior.
It said that the name of Yahweh Shai, every knee shall bow.
Yeah, see, every knee shall bow. And that's not talking about just people, man. You're going to have camels, giraffes, right? That's going to be a heavy day. You know what I mean? See, they're going to fuck you up. If they have stray dogs stop and bow down, it's going to fuck your head up, man. Oh, yeah? All the animals bow. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says,
Yeah, the birds.
it says, it says that it's like that at the name of Yahweh Shai, every knee shall bow of things in heaven and things in earth.
Right, and that already happened too. See, when you read, matter of fact, get Revelation 5th chapter. Yeah, go ahead. Because, hold on real quick though. Like when you go into the heavens, the Lord, he had to come through the earth and he was set at the right hand of the Lord. And in that moment, all the heavens showed their respect. Really, the Lord was going back to the Lord. Really going to that. Yeah, the name, yeah.
Come on, Nate. The name.
Yeah, that's the name.
The name. It's going to be exalted as well.
Hey, what Acts 4 and 12, man. Ain't no name under heaven, man. Ain't no name. Where's under the heavens? The earth, man. There's no name that the Israelites, starting with the elect, because that's how the Israelites are going to be saved, through the elect. There's no other name that we're going to be saved under, man. But Yah, meaning he, Yahweh Shai delivers and saves, man. Nomen Omen, which is name prediction, man. So Yahweh Shai was predicted from the foundation of the earth to be the Savior, man. So how the fuck we gonna call on Jesus?
Yeah.
We gonna call on what it is, Yahshua Ben Tall. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Yahweh, Jah Rasta. Come on, bro. No, none of that. When you go to Nomen Omen name prediction, none of those names predict to be the Savior. So
They don't
hey,
even come close.
they don't come close, man.
And then that proves that there gotta be a certain action, course of action you gotta take. To be saved, you gotta actually call. Hey, just say like if you in trouble, you gotta call 911, man. You can't just sit there and say,
Now 411.
somebody come get me. You know,
They call it 411. You call it 911.
you gotta actually call out to the name of the Lord.
They got to be the right number. He can't have 811 and expect police. You got to call the right
You got to
number.
call the right number.
Hey, matter of fact, give me Psalms 91 and I think that's 16.
Okay.
You got that out?
Yeah, I get the Psalms 16.
Yep, I think that's it. That's a cut on you, Nate, because how you gonna just, how you gonna say that the Lord ain't gonna give you the name until you're in the kingdom? Well, the scripture say under no other names that one shall be saved, all right, under heaven, man. Yeah, 14.
Now, this is Psalms 91, verse 14. Because he has set Psalms 91, 14. Because he has set his love upon me.
Right, see that? Read it again.
Psalms 91, 14. Because he has set his love upon me.
That's dealing with the elect. When you read that, will understand it. Go ahead.
Therefore will I deliver him.
Therefore, I would deliver him. Go ahead.
I will set him on high.
Yep, that means when you are delivered in the chariots.
Yep.
See, go ahead.
Because
what?
he hath known my name.
That's a cut. That's a cut right there. Oh, you Nate, that's the cut. Read that again.
Okay. Psalms 91, 14. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high because he hath known my name.
Cut, yeah.
Just like Egypt. Didn't the Lord tell Moses his name in the 3rd chapter? When the discretion happened? When all these things happened, man? They ultimately knew it when Exodus 14. Ultimately, the Lord crashed those waters on Pharaoh's army, man. You know, that's why I say he's gonna glorify his name and glorify it again. How you gonna destroy America and then it's up for debate who did?
It's
You know what I mean? It's up for debate who did. Then you come back now.
Yeah, it's up for debate. You got vocab Malone show up, man. The fucking can't go and tell you. That was my Lord. You know what I mean? No, man. You don't know. Matter of fact, you do that. Do that in That's gonna be the day that cut all you niggas, man. What vocab gonna say nigga can't go gonna blow off?
Yeah, Joshua 9 and 9.
Yep.
It says, and they said unto him from a very far country, thy servants are come because of the name.
Because of what?
Because of the name
Go ahead.
of the Lord thy power.
Go ahead.
But we have heard the fame of him.
Right, the fame of him. Hey, that's how somebody famous, you know their name.
Is it?
You're just thinking somebody just a random Ursa Raymond or something. You ain't gonna say it. You know he's famous because his name ring a bell. Right, go ahead.
It says, but we have heard the fame of him in all that he did in Egypt.
Yeah, read it again.
God, I'm gonna read from the top again. Joshua 9 and 9. This Joshua 9:9, it said, it's like if they said unto him from a very far country, thy servants are come because of the name of the Lord thy power.
Yeah, read it again.
It said, and they said unto him from a very far country,
Yeah, go ahead.
thy servants are come
Yeah.
because of the name
Because of the name, go ahead.
of the Lord thy power.
Go ahead.
For we have heard the fame of him in all that he did in Egypt.
So ultimately what he doing, he delivered us, man. And that's really going into Yahweh too, because Yahweh was the deliverer to Egypt. He's the right. That's the deliverer. Yep, come on.
God, this Revelation 5 and verse 6. It says, and I beheld it lo, in the midst of the throne and of the four beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb.
Oh, hold up. Now, real quick, let's go back.
Oh, Philippians. All right, God, God. Yep, this is
Put it everything, you know.
Yep, God. This is Philippians. It's like Philippians 2 and 9 again. It says, wherefore the Most High have highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name.
Read that again.
God, this is Philippians 2 and 9. It says, But for the Most High also have highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name,
Go ahead.
that the name of Yahweh Shai,
Yeah.
every knee shall bow
Yeah.
of things in heaven
See, in heaven. Go ahead.
and things in earth.
Yeah, the things in heaven and in earth. Now you gotta remember this is a process. See, Jacob read this and think that was talking about one day. Well, I just this one day. Oh, you looking at your clock. Oh, yeah, everybody bowed in heaven. We got another couple of hours. And I'm like, you know the dead too. You know what I mean? Yeah, Lord, so every couple of times up about now. No, man. Once the Lord went up into the heavens, after he completed that mission, the heavens bowed to him, man. You're going to read that. Go ahead. Revelation.
Yeah, come, Revelation 5 and 6. And I beheld and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the four beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb,
Let's talk about Yahweh Shai, man. Go ahead.
as it had been slain.
Why did it say that? Because he had accomplished the mission. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Having 7 horns and 7 eyes,
Yep, meaning complete power and complete wisdom. Really, those eyes go into prophecy. That's why when you read Revelation the 19th chapter, it tells you how the testimony of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy. The 7 eyes. That's why the spirit had us open up with these gods. Wisdom is in the 15th chapter. These false gods have no eyes. See, the doctrine we got have eyes.
Yep.
We can tell you, we can see.
Full season.
Yeah. You got to come to the sea. Matter of fact, give me that real quick. If y'all ever saw this movie, 13 Ghosts, that's a good movie to watch. Yeah. It be in his house, and his ghost. Have y'all ever saw that? 13 Ghosts? Y'all ever check it out? Saw that? No.
No. Old boy that played in, I forget his name, but 13 Ghosts. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you who played it. I think the dude played the Scarface. You want to watch the old movie Scarface? Who got hung on a helicopter?
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's it. That's it.
He was the uncle in the house.
Right.
Now when you go into the house was full of ghosts. But you couldn't see the ghosts unless you had some glasses. Man. And that's something like the spirit, because if you ain't have them glasses on, you was in danger. Ghosts come and kill your ass. But as long as you had some glasses on, you could see. And then it was heavy because it was like room. And then the doors are open up. And the only thing kept the ghosts at bay was writing.
That's it. That's bad.
That was a bad move right there. Like the ghost would be behind the glass trying to get you, but the only way he couldn't pass through because it was writing. It was like sacred writings on the door, man. So that, like protection. So it was spiritual, man. But you got to have eyes to see, man. That's a very important component, if you will, to survive. If you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you got a chance to live. Right? So give me that one.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Most High, thus he spake, come.
Yeah,
and
you went to inquire of the Most High. What would happen?
says, come, and let us go to the seer.
See, let us go to the seer. The seer. See that? Go ahead.
For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
So that proves that those 7 eyes really go into prophecy. And just go to Revelation 19th chapter. Tell that the testimony of Yahweh Shai is good and prophecy. Yahweh Shai touched down in Jerusalem prophesying, man. He wasn't just coming in there talking, telling them they was Israelites because they knew they was Israelites. So what else could he talk about? Teaching they were prophesying daily.
You always talk about 7 AD.
Yeah, we talking about 7 AD. Yeah, we going to the cross. Oh, that was bad. He going to the cross prophesying.
He went off on his mother's father. He said, don't you know I got my father's business?
Which is prophesying.
Which is prophesying.
Which really, when you go into prophesying, that's really going to warning. That's why when you go into Ezekiel, yeah. Now when you go into that word warn, in the Hebrew is zahar. That word means teach, man. That's why the scripture says teaching daily. And with the Lord, he sent forth a disciple to warn Israel. This ain't nothing to play with, man.
That's right. That's right.
We out here to warn you that the Lord about to get at you, man. For you to brace and prepare for the impact of Yahweh Shalom Shah. What you think, man, the flood was so heavy, man? And why did Yahweh Shah talk about it?
Good. Revelation 3 and 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich and white with raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve,
Yeah.
that thou mayest see.
That you might be able to see what's ahead. Hey, our people don't know what's about to happen, man. If they only knew what this devil was about to do, man. Yeah, if you only knew the thing. Matter of fact, get that real quick.
Man.
Luke 19. If you only knew what was ahead of you, man, you would be trembling right now, man.
Right.
But as it were, this place was set up to lure you to sleep. See that? Come on.
Yeah, this St. Luke 19:41. It said, and when he come near, he beheld the city and wept over it,
That's dealing with your house shot. Go ahead.
saying, if thou hast known, even thou, at least in this thy day, the things which belong to thy peace.
Right, and that's dealing with this truth, man. Your house shot was people saying, look, we can try to tell you, man. He said, look, if y'all only knew the things concerning your peace, right? Go ahead.
But now they are hid from thine eyes.
From your what?
Your eyes.
See that? So we are the eyes. We are the eyes in front of you. Man. You were set up to lead. That's why when you go into where the Lord said going to set up leaders from the east. I think there's First Ezra, the first chapter, where the Lord named all the prophets. You know, that's why the prophets was named. Shit, nigga. That's good. Yeah. Let's look at this stuff. Hey, so somebody else has something to go back? All right, go ahead.
All right, cut. Yeah, this back, Revelation 5 and 6 again. It says, and I beheld and lo, in the midst of the throne, and of the four beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High, sent forth.
See, these seven, hold up now. These 7 eyes, right, were sent forth. Go ahead.
Into all the earth.
How did that happen? With the internet. What do it mean when the 7 eyes were sent forth to all the earth? The spirit of prophecy is being sent forth to all the earth. See what I'm saying? That's the foresight that the Lord has given you. And this precept is bad on that. You got something?
Yeah, Psalms 25, verse 14. It says, the secret of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is with them that fear him, and he sheweth them his covenant.
That's 37, I mean, that's 34 and 7. No, that ain't. All right, Con, yeah, this back. Revelation 5 and 6 again, it says, and I beheld and lo, in the midst of the throne, and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High, sent forth into all the earth.
Yep. So the eyes of the Lord is sent forth into all the earth. That's obviously not literal. So what are those eyes that have been sent forth? Foresight, which goes to prophecy.
So,
Good.
all right, Psalms 33 and 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is upon them that fear him, and upon them that hope in his mercy.
Yeah, read that again.
Psalms 33 and 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is upon them that fear him, and upon them that hope in the mercy, that hope in his mercies.
Right. So the eyes of the Lord are upon those that fear him. Now, do that mean that the Lord is only watching us? You know, you'll read that and you'll think that the Lord is only watching those that hope. No, that means the spirit of prophecy is on us. The eyes of the Lord, the prophecy of the Lord has rested upon those that fear him. See? Because when you read Proverbs, read that one more time.
Psalms 33 and all right. Isaiah 33 and 18, behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy.
Yeah. So that's dealing with prophecy. because you might read that and say the Lord is only watching those that fear him. But when you read this, what, you got that?
Proverbs 15:3, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
See that? So the Lord see everything. So what do it mean when the Lord says his eyes is on the righteous? That's dealing with the prophecy.
That's it.
Right? So now let's go back to Revelation 14. That's just a lesson inside of this. Well,
Revelation 5 and 6 again. It said, and I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne, and of the four beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns, and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High sent forth into all the earth.
yep, well,
And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne.
yep, well.
It says, and when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell upon the, it says, and when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden bowls and odors, which are the prayers of saints. And they sung a new song, saying,
Oh, now, this on the roof on now. Well,
saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof.
let's show you how heavy knowledge and wisdom is. What gave the Lord this glory? Understanding. The Lord's going to give us that same thing. We're going to be glorified because of his wisdom. All right, go ahead.
But thou was slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by the blood, by thy blood,
Full circle.
out of every kindred and tongue and people.
The
And
vocab, you know what I mean? You don't get that. Go ahead.
they'll get them out of.
Out of. Like, it's almost like I said, I got to go pick up all my people, scoop them up out of Kingston Project, scoop them up out of England. That don't mean they of Kingston. They my people that live over there.
God. It says, it has redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation,
Yep.
and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
Yep.
It says, let's see, it says, and I beheld and I heard a voice of many angels round about the throne.
So that's in the heaven. Don't forget now, we read out of Ephesians, where it says that every knee gonna bow in heaven and earth. We're going into the heavens. All right, go ahead.
It says, and I beheld and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beasts and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb.
Worthy is the Lamb, meaning what? They bow to the Lord, the house. Means that the brother is bowing to so it says how bad the outside is. The Lord said on the outside is worship. The angels worshiping him right now. Read that again.
It says, saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing. And every creature which is in heaven and on the earth and under the earth and such.
Yeah, because if you might have a damn groundhog. Oh, I forgot to mention that. When the Lord come back, you're going to have creatures under the earth bowing to the Lord. Well, it'll be like an x-ray, Lord. Like so everything.
It says, and every creature which is in heaven and on the earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them,
You read that where the fish come from. Right, go ahead.
and all that are in them heard I saying, blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb forever. And the 4 beasts said, Amen. And the 24 elders fell down and worshiped him that liveth forever and ever.
Yahweh Shai. Now let's go back here to Ephesians. Philippians.
Back, Philippians chapter 2 and verse 9 again. It says, wherefore the Most High hath highly exalted him
See that? See that? Now this makes more sense. Go ahead.
and given him a name which is above every name.
Yeah, you got a nigga in the form of Trump pushing some crazy idea, right, to us that America's gonna rise to. What the fuck you talking about, man? You got the angels worship unto Yahweh Shai. So what you think gonna have me on the planet Earth, man?
It says that at the name of Yahushua, every knee shall bow of things in heaven.
So we just went into that in Revelation the 5th chapter. Scriptures went right through the walkthrough. The angels that's right around the throne of the Lord bow to Yahweh Shai. That's what this going into, boy.
Of things in heaven and things in earth.
So really right now, things on earth ain't bad. See, the course is still, this is like a campaign, like a tour. You got somebody be on a city, a tour, you know? All right? So the Lord already have accomplished what he has to do in heaven. Now he got to make his way around to the earth. See, right now, all the knees on the earth ain't bowed to the house. Even though we didn't told you he was king. We didn't came and told you Yahweh Shai was king. But the only one that's bowing to that is the elect. The elect is the only one that's kissing him. So, matter of fact, get that too, man. Matter of fact, finish this off, Bob. We're gonna get into that real quick.
It says,
And now, give me Psalm 2, then get the parable.
it says, well, it's like at the name of Yahushua, every knee shall bow of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth.
Right. So let every knee bow, man. The scriptures say what? Matthew 6 chapter, things that are done in heaven, so shall it be done upon earth, rough paraphrase.
Yeah, that's good.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Things in heaven gonna be done on earth. Yeah, the kingdom of heaven is gonna be a replica of the order in the heavens. Where it's gonna be built. It's not gonna be built. Like, hey man, it'll be a nice place to put it. Even Esau, Esau set up their kingdom. It's strategic. The kingdom of heaven gonna be set up, based upon the order of the heavens.
Yeah.
Gonna be certain energy. Like you find yourself in a spot you don't supposed to be in, you turn into dust. Among the other nations, man, why you here, man? This is holiday. Come on, give me some. Good.
God, this is the book of Psalms 2, in verse 12. Kiss the Son.
Yeah, kiss the Son. That's another challenge we pose to the Old Testament guys. Who is that speaking about? It said, kiss the Son, man. Which when you go on to kiss, that means shows reverence. Yeah. And we went to Revelation, that showed the angels show reverence. Who the hell are you, man? To not show reverence to Yahweh Shai.
Give you life, breath. Give you the liberty to gad abroad in this world. And you don't want to serve reverence to Yahweh Shai. He the King of Kings, the Prince of Princes, Lord of Lords. How dare you, man?
And that's really our own people too, man.
That's it.
Especially the nigga that know they're Israelite and you cleave to this Old Testament only doctrine. You find no place in your heart to show reverence to Yahweh Shai. But that's direct. That's an offense. That's a capital offense against Yahweh. Matter of fact, read that again.
Yep.
Read that again.
This is the book of Psalms 2 and 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little.
Yeah, well, whose wrath is kindled? Yahweh, boy.
Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
It said, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. And who? Yahweh Shai. Right? Meaning, only the elect is going to put their trust in Yahweh Shai. Only the elect is going to kiss the Son. All right? Now, Yahweh Shai went into that. So Yahweh Shai was in it. Because he had to keep them niggas from knowing he was the one. Only the elect should do it. That's why when you read this parable. Okay, is that, matter of fact, get that. I mean, you started at the very top, to the very beginning of the parable.
This is St. Luke, chapter 7 and 40.
Because Yahweh Shai right here, in this parable, he really reiterates Psalm 2nd chapter. Go ahead.
Yeah, this St. Luke in 40. It's like St. Luke 7 and 40. It says, and Yahweh Shai answering said unto his Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee. He said, Master, say on. There was a certain creditor which had two debtors. The one owed 500 pence, the other 50. And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Tell me therefore, which of them would love him most? Simon answered and said, I suppose that he to whom he forgave most. and said unto him, thou hast rightly judged.
Right, so it's all about being the elect. Because you can be a part of the elect and you can go off more than whatever somebody else offenses might be. But if you're a part of the elect, the Lord gonna forgive you. Why? Because you show reference to your house shot. You accepted the Savior. That's all it's about. You accepted deliverance. You was falling in a pit, and the Lord sent his hand out to pick you up, and you said, you grabbed it, man. That's simple as that. But you had another nigga in the pit and slapped the hand away. What's gonna happen? You slap the hand away. You go, oh.
This is St. Luke 15:1. Then draw near unto him all the publicans and sinners for to hear him. So that's pretty much they acknowledging that they need a savior, man, which we doing now, man. We drawing near to your house up, man, because we know that we can't. The Lord's not gonna save us. It's gonna be your son gonna save. That's why we drawing near to your house up, man. You know.
Yeah. Your house shot is that hand. Lord, reach that hand out and pull you out the pit, man. Yep.
Because without that name, you wouldn't even know that he is the Savior.
Yeah, that's a good point, too.
You know?
You don't know that's the hand of the Lord because you don't know him. Well, you know what? That's what the scripture said. I have engraved them in my hand. You know? I have not lost one that has given me.
Yep. John 17.
This back St. Luke 7:44. And he turned to the woman and said unto Simon, see thou this woman? I entered into thine house, thou gavest me no water for my feet.
Yeah, and that's, if you read that with understanding, that's happening to this very day. The Lord entered into Israel with this truth. And you showed, you didn't believe us. You know? You resisted us. You made it harder for us, man. You called us pedophiles and rapists. I hate those men at Great Millstone. Go ahead.
But she had washed my feet with tears.
Yeah, but this certain woman, right, she washed his feet with tears. Go ahead.
And wiped them with the hairs of her head.
Go ahead.
Thou gavest me no kiss.
Oh, hold up. Go back to Psalm. Go back to Psalm. Read this again, bro. Right here.
Now it says, thou gavest me no kiss.
So the Lord said, you gave me no kiss. What you think that's talking about? Let's get the Psalm.
Book of Psalms 2:12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry.
Get the Son, lest he be angry, man. Y'all was reiterating that, you know, in that scenario. The Lord made that scenario happen with edification's sake. So we can talk about it today, man. Show you that only the elect will kiss the Son. Read that one more time.
God says, kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and he perish through the way. When his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
Which is the elect, which is this woman right here, symbolic. Even though this happened, but this is symbolic for us. Go ahead.
God, it said, thou gavest me no kiss. But this woman, since the time I came in,
Come on. Since the time this truth came in, since the time we got your house shot. What happened?
it says, since the time I came in, have not ceased to kiss my feet.
See that? It's so reverent to the Lord, your house shot.
That's it.
See that? That's your house shot. It's dealing with the elect right there, man. So all of you out there that show reverence to this truth and this doctrine as it presented to you, that means you kissing your house shot, man. And that's going to go well for you. Right? Hold up. Continue.
It says, wherefore, it's like it says, my head with oil thou didst not anoint, but this woman hath anointed my feet with ointment.
Go ahead.
Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many,
Did not. Did not. Then hold up. Give me Psalm 32. Because the elect, that's why when you go to Matthew the 23rd chapter, it talks about clemency, it talks about the weightier laws such as mercy. Now when you go deeper to that, which I did lessons on that, it's so fascinating. I think I did 3 lessons on that, man. 3 whole videos. But when you go into Matthew the 23rd chapter, you go into the word mercy right there, it takes you to the word leniency, which brings you to the word clemency, which means to be forgiven for something that you shouldn't really be forgiven for. That's mercy. That's why the mercy of the Lord can't be bound by the earthly realm. The mercy of the Lord really can't be comprehended, man. That's why we read this now. Matter of fact, give me that, that's what I want, 18 verse. You got something?
This,
Psalm 32. Yeah, hold that real quick and give me this.
Psalm 32 and 1. Blessed is he whose transgressions is forgiven.
Read that again.
Psalm 32 and 1. Blessed is he whose transgressions is forgiven.
That's dealing with the elect, man. Because transgression means sin out. Let me go back here.
It says, wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven.
Read that again.
God, this is St. Luke 7:47. Wherefore I say unto thee,
This is the good news.
her sins, which are many, are forgiven.
Are forgiven, man. Only one power can forgive your sins. Come on. That's why Yahweh Shai. That's wrote up Yahweh Shai. That's only somebody who can forgive your sins.
That's over the top, huh?
Yeah, that's over the top. That's why I remember when the Lord Yahweh Shai said, go, your sins are forgiven. Then they said, who are this man?
Who is this?
Yeah, who is this man?
It's still a question.
What authority does this man have to forgive sins? You know, if Yahweh Shai had that authority, remember when he was on the boat and the water started. Yeah, then the disciples said, what manner of man is this? Hey, imagine that. It's thunder and lightning. He shook, and the Lord wake up out. Oh, and the Lord woke up out of sleep furious, man. When you really read that will understand. And you know he rebuked. See, he didn't do that like Esau, right? Calm down, man. He went off.
Yeah, he went out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, gather the wind with his fist. Yeah, gather the wind by his collar. Out of here, man. Grab the wind. Hey, you feel the wind suck up in your head.
Settle down. Get your word down.
I say that for now.
Right? The book of Ecclesiastes, also known as the book of Sirach. The book of Ecclesiastes, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 18, saying, we will fall into the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and not into the hand of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Yeah, so we can't comprehend the majesty of the Lord. That's why Yahweh Shai, I think he was talking to Nicodemus. He said, you don't understand the things on the earth. Yeah, how can I tell you heavenly things? You can't understand the majesty of the earth. The majesty of the Lord is just the same to the earth. God, turtle. You know what I mean? Yeah, because that turtle don't start off like that.
Bird. This is half of the wind. What it says. That's it. Cut up the wind.
Arrows.
Yeah.
Arrows really part the air. Part the air. Because, yeah. This is a very beautiful man. When you can't even understand how something as subtle as a flower, you can take a flower and destroy it with your fingertips. Yet it could go through countries. Explain that. That's the ways of your hell by now shouting. Yeah.
Like young buck. Deer. Young deer. Right on.
Oh, well, you got like a kangaroo. The baby already know that his haven, his safe haven is the pouch, man. They don't sit down and talk about that. Until that baby born, that baby look for that pouch, man. And that's that right there, a pouch, man. Why I made a pouch? That's cold, man. And that's heavy because the kangaroos out there with dingoes and shit. So it's best to just have a pouch, man. Lord, man. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, no. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, no, let's do Read that one more time. So I can just it's Psalm 32.
Yeah, Psalm 32, verse 1. Blessed is he whose transgressions is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Like Psalm, read it again. Psalm 32 and 1. Blessed is he whose transgressions is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Yeah, so blessed is that. Oh, it's like yeah, Psalm 32 and 1. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered.
Yep, so that's dealing with the elect.
Yeah.
Continue, right?
Yeah. Verse 2. Psalm 32 and 2. Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity.
See that? It said, blessed is the man whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity.
Yep. Okay.
Right? That means the Lord is not going to charge certain spirits for their shortcomings, man. For you offending in the law, man. And that would be those amongst you that trust in Yahweh Shah, man.
Yeah.
It ain't that hard, man. The Lord made this plain for you so that you can believe, man.
That's it.
And that was it on this.
Yeah. So like verse 2 again. Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity, and whose spirit there is no guile.
Ooh, that's bad. In no spirit, there is no guile. Not in the flesh.
Yeah.
So the Lord said, in your spirit, there is no guile.
Yeah.
The Lord is judging you according to the inner man.
That's right.
All right, your true intent, man. You know, you truly looking for salvation from the house.
That's right.
All right, now you read this down. It says that in no spirit, there is no guile.
This book of
Start
Revelation,
at the top.
this book of Revelation 14 and verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood for the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000.
Yeah, that's multifold. Because that's somebody to the Lord being the head of the mixed government. But there's also when the Lord come back on that chariot, man. He's gonna be standing on top of that chariot, that mount. Yeah, that in 2 Ezra 13. How he carved out himself was seen to be a mountain. And the reasons of where that mountain come from, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, meaning him, what the hell is this?
He knew what was going on.
Yeah, but then he knew, he couldn't, it was like the Apostle Paul said, things that unlawful to be the chariot ain't gonna be nothing that you say, oh yeah, that remind me of the chariot I saw on the YouTube video. No, ain't nobody gonna be able to, it's gonna be something different. We can't draw how Yahweh Shai coming back for real, that chariot. Yeah, it ain't gonna be like that. It's gonna be something, you ain't gonna be able to, that's sharing the Lord's glory. You say, oh man, that remind me of what I saw in Independence. No, it's gonna be totally out there.
Y'all coming to the mind.
Yeah, it never entered into your mind. It's gonna fuck you up, man. Somebody pop up with a new edition, a special edition. You know what I mean? And then Yahweh Shai gonna come back in a 2016. No, you ain't gonna be able to make out with this. What is this? That's what Ezra meant. All right, read that again.
Now it says, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood in the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
What?
And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. A new man could learn their song, but the 144,000 which are redeemed from the earth.
Yeah, believe that. That trickles over to the believers too. I believe the elder, Menachem Zappai, and Elder Yasawam, they did a video going into the 1/3, comforting the brothers out there that every, as long as you can deliver, you're good. You're not number the ones that govern the body. Hey, as long as we are part of that, those who are going to partake in that first round, that first resurrection, that's all we want. See the salvation of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Come on. And not just look up there and just see Yahweh Shai, but to actually go into his bosom. To be called. Come on up here. Come on up here.
Oh man.
Come on, man. To your house. You actually going into your house shot. You you are joining to the very one that you read about,
That's
man.
it.
Come on, man.
That's it.
Yep, go ahead.
Verse 4, it says, verse 3, it says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, before the four beasts and the elders, and no man command their song, but the 144,000 which are redeemed from the earth.
Go ahead.
These are they which are not defiled with women.
And that's dealing, we're going through the time after time. You should know this already. That's going into what? Other philosophies, ideas, and doctrines. We don't subscribe to that. We're faithful to this. We don't give a damn how. Hey man, we convinced. I'm pretty sure I can speak for all y'all. Somebody come up there and do a magic trick. You know what I mean? We might start putting a curse on that nigga, man. After you get through with all that, hey, pick a number, sir. Give me Jeremiah.
Continuing on, it says, these are they which are...
Yeah, send down in us.
Yeah, that's
You can just send down in us, UFO. You can come down in the chariot, pull up here, and if you ain't in harmony with this, you're going to ask you, pick a number. Yep, go ahead. Scripture tell you that in Galatians the 1st chapter, man. Don't give a damn if an angel come and try to detour us from what the Lord gave us. All right, go ahead.
It says, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth.
Yep, these are they that follow. These are they that follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. Go ahead.
It says, these were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High,
Yep, being the elect. That links up with Ephesians the 1st chapter. Go ahead.
into the Lamb.
Into the Lamb, see?
It says, in their mouth is found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High.
Yep. Read that one more time.
It says, in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High.
Yeah, because they're without fault before the throne of the Most High. Not meaning we're not going to have fault. You have people that come up to your past, they might make accusations. They might have evidence against you.
They call it dirt. They got
They
dirt.
got dirt. They might have the footage on.
Yeah, they got the footage.
Eyes of the wood, there's the gal. Now let's find out what this word gal means. What?
The word gal, the book of
brothers out here grinding. Yeah, we pick it up. We working, we grinding.
I got it. We getting it. Yeah. It's the I got the one in Psalm 32 we just read. Verse 2.
No. Give me the one in
Revelation. Yeah. 14.
There's no gal in their mouth.
Oh yeah, 5.
Yep, that word gal.
5. Oh yeah, this is Strong's Greek. All right, 1388.
Gal found in their mouth, right?
Nah.
Well,
Dolos, craft, deceit.
see, deceit,
Gal.
man. Deceit. So
Yeah.
what is going to exonerate us? First and foremost, we're going to come out here and teach this word, all right? But there's not going to be any holes in the doctrine.
Ooh, that's more.
There's not going to be any deceit. We didn't deceive you when we told you that so-called white man is going to mandate the microchip, and that would be the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelation 13. We didn't. There was no deceit in that. You know?
Yeah.
There was no deceit in that. Go ahead.
It says meaning.
Oh, it was no deceit when we told you that America eventually shut down. Because America would not be the glory of the kingdom. We told you that. Start with the apostle elder. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, it says meaning to decoy. Compare a trick. Subtle, deceit, craft.
Woo! Vocab alone.
And then it say wow.
Wives of the devil. That's vocab alone. That's the spirit, Lord. That came out. I received it. I believe, you know. I believe that's the serpent in the garden. Vocab alone. He looked, like I was telling the occupant, he looked like you could see him with people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, subtlety.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we didn't come like that.
They ain't feel like that.
We
Yeah.
came and told you the truth, man.
This is not a decoy.
Yeah.
You know?
We out here. Well, hold up. First and foremost, us coming out here in front of you, you thrust ourselves into the front of the house. We ain't got nothing to hide. You can come up and you can ask us any question. The Lord got us where you can ask us questions for the coming for. We ain't got nothing to hide. In the doctrine, this is the banner that we come under. You know? Yahweh Shai.
Because others use subtlety. They use deceit, decoy. Decoy, and the scriptures tell us we are fishers of men. All right? That's what the scriptures tell us. We're fishers of men, man. All right? So we throwing that cast out there. Let you know, hey, come to us if you're a part of this fold. All right? If you fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28:15, here it is.
Yeah, and that's heavy. You said the fishing, right? Somebody look up the word broadcast.
And we doing this without deceit or guile, man. I mean, we ain't lying to you, man. You know, we ain't coming to you to persuade you. Hey, we telling you straight up the truth. Hey, and if the spirit upon you, you're going to cling to it. All right, if the spirit is not upon you, you're going to shun it. You're not going to even agree with it. You're not going to come to it. You're not going to abide under the shadow. See? You're going to reject it, man. So, like I said, with no deceit and no guile, man. You know what I mean? No deception. We're not trying to deceive you into coming in the truth because we're not about numbers, man.
That's right.
You know, we're about the truth. And that's giving the truth of Yahweh Shai. If you abide by it, if you believe it, and if you receive it, that's it. If you receive it, good.
That's right.
If you don't, we're not trying to make you receive it, man. You know? No type of guile, man. No trying to persuade you. You know, trying to fool you and believe in the truth. No, man, just coming with the truth, man. You know?
Yeah, the truth gonna do what it do.
That's it.
And we give you the truth, all right? And if you follow it, then good for you. Nobody Yahweh Shai said that. You have ears to hear, let them hear, man. I'm on a mission. You know what I mean? I'm on a mission. You got ears to hear, let you hear, man. I'm out, man. Yeah? Yep. Yeah, because what? We pushing this truth, like the brother said, we are fishers of men. You know? We're fishers of men. And the tool that we're using is the internet, man. The internet is biblical. And that really that was fascinating. That was one of the things that, everything about this is too beautiful, but that was one of the things that captured, captured my, that was one of the things right there, man. The internet breakdown, that was heavy right there, man. But that's how the Lord said he was going to fish men in this day. Which when you go, and it makes sense. Because you go into the sea represents the people. So he's casting the net. The net is what the Lord is using. And it's drawing in everybody. You cast a net out right now, you ain't gonna just pull in good. You gotta pull in a Timberland, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna go into this word broadcast. All right?
Yep.
It's heavy right here. Go ahead.
Simple definition, broadcast is means I'm going to number 2, it says scatter seeds by hand.
Woo! See that? It says scatter seed by hand, which broadcast pretty much means to cast abroad.
Okay.
We are casting this word. It's not just for block to block anymore. This word is being cast and propelled. Oh, like the brother was telling me, since somebody was checking in from Nigeria. We had a brother from Nigeria. I had a brother from Ireland. Plenty of brothers from all around the world. And they tune into the apostles and different brothers. Why? Because the Lord is scattering that seed throughout the world. And that's what and how you doing it? Through this broadcast. Oh, when we go into the live stream, it say broadcast. Right. Before we start the live stream, it say broadcast. So the Spirit had us to come across this definition right here. This spiritual right here. Read that again.
It says broadcast, scatter seeds by hand or machine, rather than placing in drills or rolls.
Yep, read it one more time.
God, broadcast to scatter seeds by hand or machine, rather than placing in drills or rolls.
Yeah, so by machine, so the Lord is scattering it by this tool, by the unicorn.
Yep, disperse. That's that machine.
Yeah, that's that machine.
All right, which is the unicorn. That's our
Yeah, the Lord has pretty much, what would you call it? It's like an innovative move. Right?
a little more.
Now go ahead.
Relating to radio or television transmission.
a transmission. Come on, run a transmission real quick. That was spirit. That had to come out like that. Let's just see what transmission for edification system.
All right,
Yep.
transmission is a machine and a power transmission system which provides control application of the power.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a lot. Hey, this is my first time coming across this. She says, often the term 5-speed transmission refers simply to the gearbox that uses gears of gears trans to provide speed and torque conversion from rotating power source to another device.
It's all gas, no brakes. That's still good now. Ain't like we just gonna do her too late no more, man. All gas, no brakes.
Yep.
Be close, man.
That horsepower will give you that power, but that torque,
I was just thinking that the torque,
it kicks in the gear.
and that's what the torque, the word, the internet is
Oh,
like
man.
that torque.
That's
It has pushed because the word, you give it that and it pushed the word out there on a bigger scale. And that's why Yahweh Shah prophesied about that. You got it? That's
Yeah,
it.
this don't say Matthew 24:14.
Yep.
In this gospel,
And this gospel, proving that you can have the same Bible. You got a Bible on your dashboard, but you can have this gospel. See?
said, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Yeah, so in all the world. Now those who was gathered in that hearing that day, they couldn't have believed what was talking about. There's no way for that to be accomplished. You know, how they're going to push the word throughout the world. That we're talking about now. So they're proving the internet was set up to further, to assist this truth going out. That's it. That's why the Lord set the internet up. All right? Oh, yeah. Hey, the boy diligent, man.
Yeah, Steve, man.
Steve, they're coming out for years.
Are you talking about that?
Oh, that was Steve Bush.
Hey, you heard
Yeah,
the
so you do that white
Now
sign.
Steve just dealing. Steve just want to shake shit up. Whatever happens, Steve wants to shake it up. Yep. Anybody else got something? And so with that, Lord willing, y'all was edified to the next time. We give all praise, honor, and glory. To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The learner side teachers, the head apostle, elders, great millstone. Shalom, you brothers out there labor in this work, as well as you believe in the Akim and the Aquas, and subscribe to this truth as well. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom, DCA, above the ball.